Hello, and thanks for joining us. This is Chuck Jones, Adam Cox, and the rest of the Zone Sports team here at the West Senators Stadium for the big game this evening between the West Senators and the Raceland
Rams.
Rams. Excellent.
The Raceland Rams, Chuck.
Excellent. You know, this is going to be quite a game tonight.
Features a couple good passing offenses. The Davidson boy from Raceland is a great quarterback, number 2. He's a senior. He's a well-seasoned quarterback, and we got Bradford, the younger sophomore that's leading the Senators. Great marching band, Chuck.
Oh, I'm telling you what. You know, the West band is always a great band to listen to, and it seems like, unlike some of the other bands in the county, their numbers continue to grow.
They do.
You know?
I was telling you earlier, some of the bands that we've seen, I've got to vote West number 1 right now.
I'm telling you, I'm with you. They're out there dancing and playing and having a ball.
I think they call this the Rock.
They do.
Welcome to Raven Rock in West Portsmouth.
That's it. You know, we do have Raven Rock behind us, as well as the sun finally. I mean, one of the hottest days of the year out here. Yeah. I think it's going to be cooling down a little bit now. It's supposed to get down somewhere in the 60s this evening before we close up for tonight.
Well, let's give a little kind of a little pregame in on what we got coming up as far as some of the teams. And we got
talking about pregame first. Let me just interrupt you. Our pregame brought to you tonight and every night by McDonald's. McDonald's of Wheelersburg, Portsmouth, and Rosemount. Big supporters of zone sports and high school sports all throughout the county.
I'm loving it.
That's it.
So, anyways, here we go back to the pregame. We got the Raceland Rams, Chuck. They're coming in at 5-0. 5-0, led by a passing attack with Nathaniel Davidson. What's going on?
The Sousaphone player was really just having a big old dance out there on the field. I'm sorry you missed that.
I missed it.
I tell you, he was getting into it.
I have to watch it tomorrow. Hey, but we got Davidson, who leads the Raceland Rams. They're ranked number 3rd in the state of Kentucky.
The whole state?
In their region. Right now in their region, they're ranked number 3. They're 5-0. They're coming in undefeated. Big wins over Ashland, the Tomcats, a known traditional football school in Kentucky. They've beat Greenup County. They've beat East and West Carter in Kentucky, and they beat Lucasville Valley last weekend.
You know, I don't know when they started playing some of these Ohio teams, but I'm glad to see the competition going back and forth across the river now.
Across the river. It's a river rivalry tonight.
That's it.
And then you got the West Senators. They're coming in, and they've been, beat up a little bit with some injuries.
Well, earlier in the season, we had a great game we covered against them in Portsmouth.
They played Portsmouth really well. They played Cold Grove tough.
Yep.
They played Cold Grove really tough. And they've just been on the wrong side of the scoreboard a couple times, so they're trying to rebound. And they got the sophomore slinger, Bradford. Dylan Bradford is a great young quarterback in the area.
Yep.
So I believe it will be in for a doozy of a ball game. West has definitely got the home field advantage over here as the crowd is just packing in.
Oh, they are. You know what? Funny, though, I mean, even the Raceland brought a respectable crowd with them.
Yeah, they did.
You know? I mean,
hop, skip, and a jump across the river, and we got some Kentuckians over here.
That's it.
Also, the complex.
You know, while we've got a couple minutes before, let's go ahead and take a quick break. Before we go to break, remember, McDonald's, Wheelersburg, Portsmouth, and Rosemount, big sponsors of zone sports and high school sports and area youth. We'll be back right after this.
Today at Amelia Gray, we're doing makeovers. Be sure to stay tuned for our big reveal.
Many people know that at the battery terminal in Ashland, Kentucky, we sell automotive, marine, and recreational vehicle batteries. But did you know we also sell
Power Wheels, motorcycle, and wheelchair batteries?
We also sell batteries for garage door openers, watches, cordless phones, and cell phones.
The Battery Terminal is a family-owned business located in Ashland, Kentucky. We've been in business for 28 years, and we are here to service your battery needs.
Amelia Gray has skincare and cosmetics made just for you. Be sure to visit us online and check us out on Facebook for more videos and information.
And we're back here at the Rock. in West Portsmouth, where the West Portsmouth Senators will take on the Raceland Rams in our Game 5 game of the week.
Game 5.
Man, this season is flying.
Yes, it is.
I mean, we're halfway through with regular season.
Yep.
You know?
And we got some teams around the area that's in contest tonight that we'd like to bring out some, Jackson at Willersburg.
Yep.
One of the premier games of the state. I mean, we got Jackson who came in playing Chillicothe Tough. They're playing it on the road, coached by an ex-Pirate.
That's it, ex-Pirate Andy Hall up there.
So that's going to be a good game. I'm predicting Willersburg 35, Jackson 13.
I'm going with Wheelersburg 28, Jackson 24.
All right. I got East entertains Valley, SOC 1 versus SOC 2. I'm going with the Tartans from Sciotaville.
Really? You're going with it?
I'm going with
the SOC 1, huh?
I'm going with the Tartans.
Man.
Led by Akia Brown. I got the Tartans winning 32-12.
Well, I tell you what, I'm with you that the Tartans probably will take that matchup, but I'm going at a closer 18-16 because there's a definite difference in skill level between SOC 1 and SOC 2.
Right. And we'd like to say that, this West Side Senator team is coming up. They're young. They got a lot of skilled young players. But tonight's game looks to be high scoring, Chuck. I think the ball is going to be thrown around by both teams.
So far, every game we've had has been a high scoring game.
Well, and the thing about this area is you used to say you go to a high school game and hand it off 3 times to the fastest kid on the team, and if he don't score or get a first down, then they punt.
That's it.
Well, now the game has changed. A lot more kids and a lot more teams are throwing the ball around.
Yep.
High-tempoed offense, and I think that's what we're going to see out of the Raceland Rams. I see the Raceland Rams throwing the ball maybe 30 times tonight.
Really? So you think they're just going to dominate?
Well, last week, Nathaniel Davidson is a senior from Raceland. He threw for 435 yards and 7 touchdowns.
Jeez, Pete.
It's got to be some kind of record.
You know what? I mean, that takes some skill to hit the target that many times and make a goal,
Yeah. It does. And for a high school kid to do it, it's phenomenal. But I look for the Senators to be pumped up. Here they come, Chuck. And here come the Senators onto the field. They're fired up, and this crowd's on their feet.
That's it. As the band plays the fight song for West Portsmouth, they are moving through, busting the banner. And tonight we are strategically positioned here right next to the air horns, which is a fabulous place to be.
You got the cowbells and air horns, and when you go to Willersburg, you got the jugs. I mean, just everywhere's got their own noisemakers, Chuck.
I got to say, out of all the places that we go, the jugs are the most annoying.
Zoom in on the guy.
What we got?
Okay, we got some kids on the field. Nice.
We got a whole little Hawaiian thing going on there with the
little
flag.
hula dance going.
Hey, Danny, give me a shot of the
Hawaiian
girl.
hula hoop girl.
With the flag.
With the flag over there.
She's looking pretty festive tonight.
That is a girl, right?
Yes, it is a girl. She's looking pretty festive. Look at her. She's got a nice hat on.
Yeah.
I think
looks like they're coming back from the beach or maybe getting ready to fly out tonight.
That's it. It's nice to see the kids have school spirit.
Boy, I'll tell you, I'm pumped up, ready for Week 5 football in Southern Ohio, Chuck. Nothing better.
Well, Senators are taking the field, and so are the Rams.
Andy?
Who won the flip on that? Do you know?
Well, it looks like the West Side Senators won the flip, and they elected to receive. They'll be getting the ball to start the first quarter. Raceland will be kicking off, and it looks like doing the kicking will be number 55. Let's see here.
Kind of hard to see up here.
It's not easy to see that.
You can't see
orange.
better on the screen. 51.
51 will be Tucker Padudovic. Try to say that quick, Chuck. Padudovic. Padudovic back to punt.
Padunovac.
Well,
I don't know.
I like Padudovic.
And there's the kick.
Looks
nice
like it's
kick.
short.
Going back to about the 19.
He's
Senator picks it up on one bounce and is moving it down. He is making some steam. Gets at least 20 yards off that run. Looks like he picked up about 21, 22 yards off that return.
And every time the West Senators make a big play, we're going to have to cover up the mics.
I think so.
The air horn is right in Andy's ear. Keeping him awake.
Senators start first and 10.
Yeah. The things we do to bring these games to you public. I tell you.
Couldn't do it without our proud sponsors.
No. Our sponsors are definitely what keeps us
King's
going.
Daughters of Ohio is going to bring you this game today.
Oh, there's the
fake handoff. Bradford stuck at trouble. Took him down at the 40 by a swarm of Rams.
Tell you.
No yards on the first play from scrimmage for young Bradford.
Dylan Bradford on the carry. Stopped by John Cherry.
Got all Seasons Heating and Air on the screen. Big supporters of West football and all the West Side youth.
And it looks like number 5 for the West Senators is checking in, LT Maynard. LT is going to bring the play into the huddle for the Senators. LT's a wide out. He's a junior. He split left. Looks like they got an I formation with a couple tight ends on the field today. And Bradford's under center. Here's the fake handoff. They got him rolling out with a play action. He's looking deep.
Oh.
Got a man just out of his reach. Just out of his reach.
Man,
number 6,
that was close.
Derek Carver. Carver was out in front of the west side of the Raceland defense and was streaking down the sideline and just missed him.
Still plenty of time.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 10 for the Senators. 11:05 to go in the first quarter. Still 0-0, of course, as the first drive is going to be trying to fill out the Raceland defense and see what the kind of coverage they're showing them. Bradford in a shotgun.
There it is.
Looks quick.
Short pass.
Got him, man. Oh.
Gets about 3 yards out of that.
Now, if you remember, Chuck, Josh Berry, one of the weapons at Portsmouth. Bradford found Berry 2 or 3 times for touchdowns.
That's right.
Week 2.
That's right.
4th down for the Senators.
4th and 7 for the Senators.
But we're right
Ball's
at
on the
about
43.
The 43, but they're going to have to punt it back to the Rams.
Let's see what happens here.
Cameron Webb.
There it is, and the kick. Nice kick. Back to about the 34.
It's going to go out about the 25.
Takes a Senator bounce to about the 25-yard line. 32 yards on the punt for Cody Staggs.
Now I'm kind of excited to see what Davidson's going to bring. Kind of excited what Davidson's going to bring to the field. The Rams have been actually showing a lot of success through the air. So let's see what the Rams come out in. They got Nathaniel Davidson, the senior quarterback. Everybody's been going wild about this kid. This kid's coming off a stellar performance against Valley last week. He's already throwing. Completed out to number 3.
That was a nice pass.
Cameron Webb.
Straight in the breadbasket. Did you see that?
He's got a cannon.
I tell you.
First down for the Rams on the first pass, a gain of 12. Nathaniel Davidson to Cameron Webb. Cameron Webb's his favorite target. He's a 5'7" junior. Number 3. Wait to see how many times we call that kid's name.
All right, handoff to number 1.
Inside draw, picks up 5.
Damon Black was the ball carrier on that.
Jacob Gilkey on the stop for the Senators.
Gilkey was on the stop for the Senators. Now you're going to see the Rams running that up-paced offense, similar to what Willersburg runs. Davidson in shotgun. He's rolling out to the left. He's got a man, and he completes it.
Nails it.
Number 5 is going to pick up another first down.
John Cherry catching that ball and bringing it up.
Down by Cole Staggs.
I don't know what's going on with the scoreboard. There we go, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 Rams right at the 50-yard line. Davidson's 2 for 2. What do you think about his arm, Chuck?
I tell you what, man, he looks
something
like
I tried to tell you about.
He's definitely hitting the
The
target.
Rams go 4 wide. And the draw to the stuck in the hole, met perfectly by number 79 for the West Side Senators.
basketball.
Dalton Billeter.
That's a nice stop.
Dalton Billeter.
We're at 2nd and 9 now.
Dalton Billeter with a
2nd and
nice
10.
hit. I really like that. Stick in the hole. Number 33 on the carry was Bailey Walker. Picked up maybe an inch, 2. Quick pass and a strike.
Flag.
Pass complete to Webb.
Got a flag on the field.
On the play.
They might be bringing it back for offensive holding. It's right in the area of holding, Chuck.
It
And it
is.
looks like that's what it's going to be called. If I'm a gambling man, I'm going to say, which I'm not. I might say it's a hold.
On the screen there, you'll see Cunningham Insurance with Roger down there. He does a great job supporting the West Side programs, the West Side youth.
Right
Big
there in
shout out
Stout.
to Cunningham Insurance.
Don't say I told you so, but there's a holding call on the Rams. It's going to bring it back, and they're going to replay 2nd down. 2nd and 20 it should bring up. Kind of hurt the Rams there as they shot themselves in the foot with a holding call. But I'll tell you, head coach Michael Sammons is in his 3rd year at Raceland. He's a head coach, but he graduated from Raceland, so he's a local boy, and he puts in a lot of time with the Rams, and as it shows, as they're 5-0 and ranked in the state of Kentucky.
I tell you what, it looks like when they're throwing, they're right on.
And they got a lot of weapons. They do have a lot of weapons. Cameron Webb, John Cherry, you name it, they got it. Cherry's in motion. Davidson takes the snap. He's looking. He's got a floater.
Oh!
LT Maynard with a nice play.
Incomplete. Thanks to number 5 there.
LT Maynard.
Intended for Cherry.
That's it.
Broken up by LT Maynard.
Got to make his dad Greg happy with a nice pass defense.
That's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Rams.
And I'll tell you, Davidson laid it out there, and LT made a nice play on it. 3rd and 20, the Rams are going to have to throw something down the field to pick up the first. Davidson drops about 3 steps. He's got some room.
Oh, he's running out of time.
And another
we get a
flag.
This may be bad news for the Rams.
Pass is complete to Walker. Flag on the play. It's holding against Raceland.
Raceland with another hold. I'll tell you, we've seen teams do this in the first quarter. Take your offense out of position. They get the ball about midfield, and then they get 2 straight holdings, sets them back 20 yards. Now they're going to be punting from about the 30.
Senators elect to decline the penalty, so that'll bring up 4th and long for the Rams.
4th and real long.
Real long.
Josh Berry drops deep for the Senators.
Now this is something you don't see every day.
On to do the punting for the Rams.
Number 2, Nathaniel Davidson's going to be the long snapper. The quarterback's going to be the long snapper here. That's interesting. Nice punt. Down to about the 30. Takes a Ram bounce to the, let's say, 31-yard line. Down by Davidson. The Senators take over at the 31. 8:16 to go in the first quarter. 0-0. Hey, Chuck, let's take a short commercial break, and we'll be right back after word from our sponsors.
That sounds good.
You've always been able to recognize value. The decisions you make today put you on the road to where you want to be tomorrow. Throughout your life, you've planned and made smart decisions. You deserve State Auto's Prime of Life to protect your home and autos. Find out more about Prime of Life and other State Auto products.
Call Barrett Murphy, your local State Auto Insurance agency.
Welcome back to the Rock on the west side of Portsmouth. The first pass is complete to Josh Berry, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and 5, called 2nd and 4. 7:58 to go in the first quarter. Well, we do have an update from Willersburg, Andy. First quarter, 7 minutes to go, 14-0 Pirates over Jackson. Wow, didn't see that one coming that early. Bradford's under center in the I formation. He's got the pitch. They got some running room. Cuts it upfield, runs into a wall of Rams, but picks up about 3. Liniger runs hard. We got to give him that. Chase Liniger runs it nice. He's a 5'10", 158 junior. Runs the ball well in between the tackles. They don't want to. They're not wanting to measure that, are they? I can tell from here, sir, they're short a yard. Bring them on out. Bring out the chain gang. Why they do that, we are going to go back to a commercial and hear from more of our sponsors. I'll be right back with you.
Go nuts for donuts at Krispy Kreme across from Portsmouth High School.
Back after the measurement, they were short, like I said, but Bradford with a quarterback keeper has the first down, it looks like, and it's going to move the chains for the Senators.
Dylan Bradford has a Senator first down.
Andy, I will tell you this, that the West Senators look a little bit more patient on the offense. They're not committing the false starts that we've seen them in week 2. They look a little bit more crisper, and Bradford looks comfortable under center. Nice throw out here. L.T. Maynard with the catch. L.T. Maynard with the catch.
Bradford pass complete to L.T. Maynard.
First down, Maynard.
Maynard has another Senator first down. Austin Bays on the stop for the Rams.
Nice play by L.T. Maynard and Bradford as they hook up for another Senator first down. 6:35 to go in the first quarter. West is on the move inside Ram territory. Getting a little pumped up. I need to calm down a little bit. Bradford hands off to the first guy up the middle, which is the fullback, number 34. Number 34 is Hunter Reed, the fullback.
Hunter Reed, the ball carrier.
He picked up maybe 4. 2nd and 6.
Pick up of about 3. Oh, second down, 7.
Well, here's what we got going on. The West Side Senators driving down the field. Still in the first quarter, halfway through. Still no score. Raceland Rams and the West Side Senators. Liniger breaks. Oh, nice tackle. Nice tackle there by the Rams. And the Rams tackle is made by number 55, Christian Harris. Excuse me. Jerome Hall, number 65. I apologize. Jerome Hall with a nice shoestring tackle. L.T. Maynard brings in the play, and it's going to be about 3rd and 6, maybe 7. Senators still in the I formation. And Liniger's the tailback with Maynard out left and Barry out right. Bradford fakes the handoff, rolls out to the left. He ain't got nobody. He's in trouble, but makes a nice move. Brought down by the Rams defender. Dylan Bradford put a nice little move on, a little whoop, whoop, whoop. Little this, a little bit of that. Nice move by Bradford to get out of trouble. Picked up a nice positive chunk of yards. But the Senators are going to have to punt, bringing in their punting unit.
4th down, we'll call it about 6.
I thought that might be in a territory that you go for it. You're at home. You're probably the underdog at home. I might have went for it with young Bradford there. Nice punt. Nice punt. Very nice punt. Inside the 10. Rolls dead about the 5. Welcome back to the game, Chuck.
That's it. Little family emergency. Had to take care of that.
Family comes first.
That's it.
Hey,
looks like not a lot's changed.
Right. 0-0, but I did announce Willersburg 14, Jackson 0, 7 minutes into the game.
That's pretty quick.
That's what they do up there.
That is exactly what they do up there this year.
Waiting on an update from Portsmouth and Gallia, and I'm waiting on an update from Easton Valley. I haven't got any updates from them, but when I do, guys, I'll let you know. Right now, we got Willersburg, one of the top teams in the area.
Mm-hmm.
You got followed by East, is the top team in the area. Portsmouth is ranked right now, showing promise. Coach Duncan. And those three teams are headed to playoff hunt right now. Minford's showing some promise. Minford's won 3 in a row.
Well, you know, we've got great teams here in Southern Ohio.
Yeah, we do. Oh, a lot of nowhere to go. Met by the Senators, brought down for a loss. Not sure what the Raceland offense was looking for there. Is not a lot of blocking up front.
I tell you.
One thing we do know, Chuck, when we watched West at Portsmouth, the thing they do is they bring it on D. Boy, they'll hit you.
Well, that's true.
They like to hit.
That is true.
About a yard, so we'll make it 2nd down 11.
Hard hitting and quick sticking. I don't know. That's their formula, but they like to do it.
Looks like they lost about a yard on that, so we've got 2nd and 11. 3 minutes, 40 seconds left in the first quarter.
And Raceland runs a pistol offense down here at the goal line. Fakes the handoff, and they
looking. There's the pass.
Oh, through his hands.
Pass incomplete. Intended for Webb.
Number 28 on the coverage.
Brandon Moore in coverage.
Brandon Moore on the coverage. Man, I'll tell you, this West defense has really showed that they can handle the passing game.
Well, you're absolutely right.
If you remember, Portsmouth lit them up early, got behind their defense. So, I mean, it looks like that they've worked out some wrinkles on the defensive side. Let's see what the Rams can do. 3rd and 11 inside the 4-yard line.
Man in motion.
Oh, he's going to take a shot.
Pass.
Oh, he dropped
it. Drops it.
Got a case of them, and that's not good. Case of the drops for Mr. John Cherry with the drop.
Brings up a 4th down and long now.
Well, I'll tell you, if you'd have told me that the two offenses on the field with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter would still be at 0-0, I'd have had to say, nah, I'd say they both scored by now. But neither defense is breaking. And West is going to get phenomenal field position out of here.
There's the punt.
Very, very short punt. Going to be fielded about the 30. He's got it at the 30, met at the 30 by a host of Rams, but great field position for Bradford and the Siders.
Well, I tell you what, this could be what changes the game right here.
It could be. It could be.
I mean, nobody's really got close enough to score yet, but this may be
this might be what the Senators needed. A little bit of field position at home.
26-yard punt. Senators
say it's very hazy on the field. It's kind of strange.
Uh-oh. Bradford is out of the game. We got a new quarterback.
There's the handoff. Brought down in the backfield.
Reed, the ball carrier.
Reed was the ball carrier.
Now, wait a minute now, Chuck. We got an injury.
Tyus Ferguson on the stop for the
Bradford is hurt. Bradford is hurt. Number 26, Cody Staggs, is taking the snaps at quarterback. 26, Cody Staggs is at quarterback. That's what it looks like. The Senators are going with Cody Staggs, the backup, the junior. And they got a fumble. What that is a result of is lack of preparation on taking the snaps and the handoffs. It's not as simple as what people think.
It's not.
If you don't get out there and practice it, and you put a kid in a position to take a snap under center, he's got to know which way the back's going. He's got to know where to stick the ball. Or if not, it's on the turf, and the Raceland Rams pick up the fumble. So one turnover by the Senators. And again, when we've had the Senators, one thing they did is they beat themselves by committing turnovers.
Yes.
Balls on the turf.
Yep.
5 fumbles against Portsmouth week 2.
That's it. You know.
I mean,
it was a good game, but I mean, honestly,
they had Portsmouth beat.
They did.
This might have been the life that the Rams needed to get them off the goal line a little bit. Senators had wonderful field position and turn it over. Gosh. Let's see what the Rams can do with it as they get the ball on the 38-yard line. Davidson takes the shotgun snap, looks, got a man and hits him.
Oh, man.
Right on the numbers.
Makes it to the 50.
You know who it is. Number 3, Cameron Webb.
It's a 15-yard gain.
That kid gets open.
It's a nice gain for the Rams.
I'll tell you what, number 3 had a lot of catches last week against Valley. And LT Maynard's got his hands full out there at the left corner. Uh-oh, a little bit of draw, but they got room. And a nice pickup for the Rams. Number 33, Austin Vance.
We have flags.
Flags going everywhere.
Multiple flags. Something after the play, I think. They're seriously discussing something. Here we go. Let's see.
Against the Siders.
Conduct against the Senators. And unsportsmanlike conduct against the Rams.
Those penalties will offset. Both penalties were unsportsmanlike conduct. One against the Siders, one against the Rams, but they're offsetting, and the refs will write down the numbers, make sure the kids get their fair warning. I know the rule is now if you get 2 of those unsportsmanlike, you're out of the game.
Well, that's good. That keeps it a game.
Keeps it clean, keeps kids safe. You never know. I mean,
It was a dead ball on the penalty, so bring up second down.
second down and a 3 with 2:14 to go in the first. Raceland's knocking on the Senators' door at about the 41-yard line. And Davidson's in the shotgun. They go back to that draw, and that's there. And he's got the angle.
Oh, man. That was 33.
You know, 33 is Austin Vance. He's their main back. He's the number 1 running back there that they have.
Actually, it was Bailey Walker. Oh. He got it! Touchdown, Rams. Who was that, 3?
Davidson's pass complete to Webb.
Cameron Webb receiving that pass and making the goal.
Touchdown, Rams. Cameron Webb from Nathaniel Davidson. Number 1 will be doing the kick. Damon Black will be doing the extra points. Let's see what they're doing here.
Oh, they get the run in.
Wow, what a play. Had it all set up. Had the little screen, throw back. Damon Black sold him on it, ran right, threw it back left. A wall of blockers in for the 2-point conversion, Chuck. That's the way it's drawn up.
That's it. That's an excellent play.
Let's go to break.
Let's go to break.
Let's take a break.
At Desco, we believe loans to small businesses result in stronger communities. We believe the experience and ability to make local decisions awards you the home field advantage. We believe quick decisions and straightforward answers are what you need to get started. At Desco, we have terms to fit your business. Desco Federal Credit Union. We make business loans.
They said the last.
And we're back here at the Rock.
We're back.
The Rams just scored.
Right.
First touchdown of the game, get the 2-point conversion, and we're opening up for the next kickoff.
8-0 Rams. Davidson to Webb for the long strike of 41 yards, but it's good through the air. And we knew coming in that Nathaniel Davidson was going to throw the ball to Cameron Webb. And he has time and time again. Cameron Webb looks good out there.
He does.
I'm not sure that the Secret Service could guard him right now.
Got a minute and 44 left in the first quarter. And he's lining up for the kick. Let's see if the Senators can do anything with this. It's high. Back to about the 15. Caught by Cole Staggs. And they are moving it forward. He got a good 20 yards out of that.
I'll tell you what, it took about the whole Rams team to bring him down.
I tell you. You know, the Senators are doing great on the kickoff returns, you know?
Yeah, they are. Looking real good. Well, I'll tell you, the Siders need to regroup.
Senators will be
I'm not sure if Radford's going to be able to come back or not. Let's see. It doesn't look like it.
Winner of that tonight, the
Staggs is back under center.
Here we are. There's the snap, the pitch. A little short pass.
Complete to Brandon
Off to
Moore.
the left. Brandon Moore catching that and getting a few yards.
He did. Nice throw and catch.
Gain of about 6, maybe 7 on the play. Second down, 3, maybe 4.
Update from Willersburg. Jackson's on the board, 14-7.
Hey, that's actually pretty quick for somebody to score with Wheelersburg this year.
Yeah.
Snap and the handoff.
Well,
and met cold.
Staggs, the ball carrier.
I'll tell you one thing up front. It looked like the Rams are getting penetration on the Senator offensive line. Making it tough. And, again, it looks like it's so slow developing on the handoff where you can just tell that they're not comfortable with having somebody besides Bradford take the snaps.
Yeah.
And got a few kids out of position. It just seems like it's a little bit drawn out and a little bit slower developing.
Yeah. Here we go. He's going back. He's running out of time. He's moving with it. He gets it back up to maybe a gain of 1.
Yeah, he didn't get it.
Flag on the play. Knocked out of bounds around the 44-yard line.
It's going to be about 4th and 2. Hold on, West.
Against the Senators.
Away from the ball. Kid's running right. The hold's on the left side of the field. Not a good penalty. Not a good penalty at all for the Siders. It's going to bring 4th down.
That's it. It's going to back him up a little bit.
Raceland's going to take the penalty and take him back. Bringing up a long 3rd down, 3rd and 13 now for the Senators.
At the 30.
Some of our sponsors that we'd like to go ahead and mention, Chuck, we got is Burt Murphy Insurance, Dan Cassidy and the guys down there, Krispy Kreme Donuts, Desco Federal Credit Union. You got Loot Supply, Portsmouth Cinema 8, Portsmouth Public Library, Powell Insurance Agency are some of the proud sponsors of this home.
There's the snap. And
the screen, and it's dropped.
Oh!
And I think it's an incomplete pass.
Cody Staggs pass incomplete.
Incomplete.
For Josh Berry.
Yeah, I don't know what
Bring it
what
up
they were
4th
thinking.
and hand. They drew up a little bubble screen, just a poorly thrown ball down to the ground, and Berry couldn't haul it in. That's going to make the Senators again punt to the Rams. And I'd say if I'm the Rams, I got number 3, Cameron Webb, back to return it.
There we go.
Oak Hill 0.
Ooh.
Wow.
Notre Dame 21, Oak Hill 0.
Wow.
They are
That's
killing
a game that no one's expected.
Nope.
And I'll tell you why. It's that Notre Dame just low on numbers.
Yes.
When you got 18 kids and you play 11 of them.
Well, that's it. I mean, most of the kids are playing both sides of the ball.
Almost every one of them.
You know?
Hats off to the Titans. 21-0 up on Oak Hill right now.
I'm telling you.
Well, a good punt by West is going to pin them down a little bit into the Raceland territory.
It's like they're all thinking about it out there.
But he angled it to the sideline, kept him away from danger. Another proud sponsor is the Salvation Army. We also have Sunspot Tanning with Dr. John Lucas, Shawnee State University, the Battery Terminal, the UPS store down by Gaddy's. Both of them proud sponsors. Aaron Schmidt down at the UPS store help you out with anything you need shipped out.
Oh, yeah.
R.W. Davis Funeral Home.
Right here on the west side.
You got to like Scott.
Yep. Scott
Scott's
does a great job out here.
Portsmouth West basketball coach.
Big part of the community here in West Portsmouth.
If a kid from West needs something, you can't call Davis. You can't call anybody. Scott's a great guy. Hey, let's go ahead and get back to the action. The Rams look first down, and
there's the snap.
Hand off to Black. Once Black gets around the corner, he might not be back.
Brought down about the line of scrimmage.
Maybe a gain of 1.
Chase Lineker on the stop.
I believe that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter unless the Rams can get to the line and get another playoff, but this should wrap it up. 13 seconds to go in the first quarter. 8-0 Rams lead.
Let's go ahead and take a break and come back.
Let's go ahead.
They're not going
to run another play, Chuck.
Nope. And we're back here at the Rock in West Portsmouth, getting ready to start the second quarter, where the Rams lead the Senators 8-0.
Yeah, what a ball game so far. Filled with an injury to Dylan Bradford that sidelined the sophomore quarterback. Has kind of got West in a little pickle. And number 26, Cody Staggs, has stepped in to take the snaps. 8-0 is our score.
All right, everybody's going to come out. They're approaching, setting up at the line here. Second down and 9 to go on the 35. There's the snap.
Davidson back. He throws again, wide open, number 23. Oh.
Pass complete to Walker.
Walker had the first down and came back behind the line.
Cody Staggs.
Going to bring up a third and maybe 1.5. A long one.
Brings up third down and 2.
Davidson still in the shotgun.
Handoff.
They got it. Oh, what a move. 2 spins. Looked like they put a quarter in the carousel, and he kept spinning through the hole.
That's it, man. Looked like he brought in about 8 yards, maybe 7. Definitely got the first down.
Well, the Raceland Rams, our offense is pretty dynamic. Davidson, the senior quarterback, has looked good, putting the ball on the money.
There's the snap.
Another draw and more room, but brought down.
The ball carrier.
Nice little run by Black.
Gilkey on the stop.
But I'll tell you, Gilkey held on and drug him down for a minimal gain. 10:53 to go in the second quarter, Chuck. 8-0, the Rams are in the lead. 2nd and 9, Davidson in the shotgun. High snap, takes it. Another draw.
Walker, the ball carrier.
Just nothing there on those draws to the left as the Siders and a host of Siders come up to make the play. Led by number 62. Number 62 would be Gabe Skaggs.
Hunter Reed on the stop.
Looks like third down, about 9 on the 47. Oh! Offsides.
Number
by the
79
Senators.
jumps.
Yeah, penalty on the
Dalton Billiter.
looks like that'll go against the Senators. Offsides.
That makes it a little bit easier third down. Brings it to a 3rd and 3 instead of a 3rd and 8. We're looking at 3rd and 3 from the 41-yard line for the Rams. Davidson looks like he's in the shotgun with number 33, Bailey Walker, to his right. And the draw is there, and Walker has some room.
He breaks free.
There he goes. Break. Oh.
Met solidly by a Senator.
Nice hit in the hole, 28.
But, gets a lot of yards out of that.
Brandon Moore on the tackle. Well-designed draw.
Cody Staggs up on the stop for the Senators. Actually, that was Brandon Moore. Brandon Moore on the stop.
But the Rams are driving, moving the sticks. Number 3's got that post route. Watch this post route. Watch this. Number 3. Oh, draw. Man, I seen him baiting him in. It was open.
Oh, yeah.
He looked over at Cameron Webb. I thought he was going to go to it.
Atkins, the ball carrier. Dalton Billiter.
When you see the Berry kid suck up into the box from the safety position, that's leaving L.T. Maynard out on an island with the Webb receiver, who's all-state receiver out here. So L.T. Maynard's got his hands full out here on corner.
Well, the Rams are definitely in striking distance. I'm confused as to why they're using the running game now when their passing game is so effective.
Well, I think that they're loosening the Senators up and trying to pop off that pass. Once the Senators commit to stopping the run, then I'm sure they'll release Davidson in his arm and get some completions. But I think they're on them to sleep, and then they're going to hit him with a pass. Davidson's in shotgun. Big 3rd down and 2. Another handoff and another first down for the Rams.
Boy, he is fighting him. Look at that. Into the end zone.
And he's got a Raceland touchdown.
Not very good tackling by the Senators.
I tell you, Raceland boys just rolling. Spinning one way, then spinning again.
They gave us the update that we'd see a lot of runs, and now we're seeing a lot of draws to the Bailey Walker kid, and he fought hard, Chuck.
He did. He did.
Give it up for Bailey Walker as he's running the ball well. 14-0 Rams, again lined up. It looks like could be a trick play, but here comes the shift in the line.
Oh, kick, and the kick is good.
The kick's good, 15-0 Rams.
I tell you what, the Rams are doing the job tonight. Yes, that's 7 more points for the Rams, bringing the score to 15-0. We'll go ahead and take a break and come back right after this.
Let's see if we can get you some help.
Who do you think you're going to get to help me this time of night?
Thank you for calling King's Daughters. This is Natalie. How can I help you?
My husband has a pretty bad cough, and it seems like it's getting worse.
Let's see about getting him in to see a provider.
Care 24/7. Free advice, help, and scheduling 24 hours a day.
Honey, I think they can get you in as soon as the morning.
That fast?
That fast.
Care 24/7. Here when you need us.
Welcome back to the Rock as the West Side Senators fall behind 15-0 with 8:30 to go in the second quarter. The Raceland Rams has been led by the running game right now and Bailey Walker.
I'm telling you, I really thought their passing game, their air game was great.
Well,
so I'm a little confused.
I think it just goes to show the appreciation that the coaching staff from West has for the Davidson kid. I mean, they're gonna take away the pass, and Raceland says, "Okay, we'll run it."
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna go 4 wide, and we're gonna spread you out, and then we're gonna run a draw, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Well, I'm telling you what.
So until West decides we got to gamble and stop the run, then I think that's what why change something that's not broke, Chuck?
Well, I agree.
But I'll tell you this, West needs to get something going on offense. They have to get something going.
Company and Chase Lineker awaiting the kick of Manis.
There's the kick. High, picked up by West Sider there, number 1.
Cole Staggs on the carry.
Cole Staggs catching that and getting a few yards.
You know, I was watching that kickoff, and I watched a couple kids, and there wasn't a whole lot of blocking there.
No.
Nothing for nothing, but I feel bad for the Staggs kid. I mean, he's running hard.
Yeah, he's getting nice returns. I mean, he's getting 15, 20 yards, sometimes a little more. But they're not getting anything past that.
Well, let's see what they got. They're going to put Staggs in the shotgun.
First
it looks
and 10,
like.
ball on the 26.
Cody Staggs in the shotgun. Chase Liniger in motion.
There's the handoff. We've got a flag.
A flag-happy refereeing crew tonight.
I'm telling you. You want to speculate on what that was?
I'm going to say in the area of holding, will probably be holding.
Liniger on the carry. Flag on the play.
Personal foul against the Rams. Mark
Really?
it down, Andy. Helmet to the head.
Interesting.
That's coming from our main man in the cockpit, Andy, who's got the better view than all of us.
We'll go with that.
15-yard penalty.
Andy's doing some kind of move over here that shows the motion of a contact to the head.
It's either that or he's going to the gun show.
I don't know what he's doing. Looked like he might have been dabbing. I don't know.
That's it, man.
Dab on him, Andy. Hey, let's get back to the action and see what Staggs can do in the shotgun. Liniger in motion again. They got the fake handoff.
Fake handoff.
And
down
nothing to go. I'll tell you what. Better secure that ball, Mr. Staggs. That ball flying out around the.
I tell you what.
With the stop.
We've seen West put it on the turf.
Oh, we have.
Ball security is not their strong point.
Brought down the backfield. Looks like a loss of about 4 or 5 yards.
They're kind of limited what they could do with their play call on their backup quarterback. The Bradford kid was a gunslinger, man. He didn't care to throw it.
No.
He was looking for Josh Berry every time. I mean, so that kind of hurts him.
15.
Let's see what Staggs can do under center. Cody's under center. Looks.
Oh, pass. Oh.
Incomplete off the receiver's
touched
hands.
Touched it, but just right off the
Jacob
fingertips.
McCoy. Incomplete.
Intended for McCoy.
Brandon Moore is going to run this play in. Brandon Moore is bringing in the play and hopefully something for the Senators' success. 21-7, Willersburg over Jackson. That's an update, and that's the Pirates for you. Staggs in the shotgun. Rolling right. Looking. Fires it. Nice throw.
Oh!
Nice throw.
Great throw. Great catch.
Looked like we might have got a roughing.
Hit to stop.
With the catch. Brought down by Josh Clark.
Hey, you know that was a great throw, but even a better catch. Barry made a nice catch in traffic. Got hit hard, but, hey, held on to the ball.
That's it. I mean, he was stopped cold by the Ram, but he held it.
Staggs on to do the punting.
We got a timeout, official timeout.
Cameron Webb back deep for the Rams.
Now we're good to go.
All right.
Garrett Hurd protecting the punter. Garrett Hurd's in there.
And there's the punt.
And that's Staggs punting it.
Nice
That kid's
punt.
doing everything tonight.
Down to 35. Rolling back to the 30, 29. Looks like the Rams will take the ball on the 29.
9-yard line.
Hey, I'll tell you, one thing I'm going to say is that the swagger of the Siders just isn't there. Just walking around, not looking like they're very hungry and motivated.
It's
hands on the hips. Don't look like they got any drive or fire. That's unsider-like.
No,
when
you're absolutely right.
you have to beat a Sider down to beat them.
That's
you know
it.
what I mean, usually the Sider's going to fight you tooth and nail, and I just don't see no energy in the team.
Yeah, I wonder if it was today's heat.
No, I'm just saying that it's just lack of. I mean, you just got to get these kids motivated.
It's definitely not like we've seen in years past with the Siders.
Another injury. Gabe Skaggs is now hurt. It's like their 7th or 8th Sider that's been hurt today.
Well, let's see what happens. They're back up the line. There's the snap, the handoff, and gets about 2 or 3 yards.
Chuck's going to try to be a teleprompter.
John Cherry, the ball.
John Cherry carrying the ball.
Garrett Carver.
There's a bass drummer out there having a ball.
He's beating that drum to final beat. Davison
There's
throws.
the snap and the throw.
That's complete to Black. Black gets
First
over
down.
the 40. Nice tackle, though, out in the open.
The ball carrier.
Oh, West, the ball came out. The Siders got it.
Ho-ho!
The ball came out, and the Siders are on it.
Well,
Giving the life back to the crowd. Let's go, Siders. Come
That's
on,
it.
let's get them fired up. Let's do something with the ball now.
I think it had something to do with that bass drum.
Jacob Gilkey.
Yeah, I agree.
coming
I
up
agree.
big for the Senators that time.
The Siders get a chance to make some turf here.
5:58 to go in the second, just 15-0. Two score margin of right now for the Rams. So
That's
this
it.
ain't over with.
Here we go. There's the pass.
Skaggs. Nice catch by Barry.
Beautiful catch.
Cody Skaggs.
About the 38-yard line.
Completion to Josh Berry.
You know what? It'd be nice to see the Senators come back and
You gotta like it.
get some points on the board.
On the move.
Yeah.
They do need to get the motion going a little bit. Put a little motion in the ocean. Is that legal to say on there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Let's go, Stags and the Siders. A slow developing handoff again is just not going anywhere.
Ball carrier.
I don't know if I'd run it again.
Yeah.
I with
don't
the
think I
blocking
would.
up front, they're getting blown off the ball.
On the stop.
The handoffs are taking 3 seconds to get it back to the running back, and by that time, the blocks are done.
That's it.
I'm not so sure I'd run the ball again.
Well, they're having a good percentage
Third down, we'll
of
call it four from around the 39-yard
Rolling Stags
completions.
out. Yeah, roll Stags out and get him open. Get Barry open. Get LT Maynard open. Get somebody open. Lediger, somebody get open.
Yeah.
Let's go 4 or 5 wide like you're looking at right now, and let's throw the ball around. We can't run it.
There's the pitch. Oh, we're going to pass it. Here we go. Long pass.
He's got a guy open.
And he catches.
20.
Stopped about the 5-yard line.
Can I get an amen?
That's it, man. Amen. And who was that?
Try to preach to the
LT
choir.
Maynard. Oh, that.
Now, Brandon Moore. Brandon Moore. It was Brandon Moore, the other side.
I'm telling you.
Number 28 with the
Do we have a
catch.
flag?
No flags.
Pretty pass by Cody Staggs to Brandon Moore.
No flag.
The Senators in business.
What's happening there?
Referee's picking up the flag.
Does he? Well, who threw it? I didn't see who threw it.
The referee needs half the
half the
distance to goal, roughing the passer.
Oh, man.
Against the Rams. That's half the
I tell you what,
distance to the goal line.
this is the
First
Senators'
and
chance.
goal, Senators.
I mean,
Now,
to keep
now's
this-
when the line needs to step up and show what they're made of.
That's it.
Because nice tackle. 65.
Yep.
Number 65 in on the tackle, and that's Jerome Hall.
I tell you.
Jerome Hall. Now listen, Jerome Hall might be all state this year. They're,
Oh, you think so?
they're saying he's all.
Josh Porter,
Isaac
we need
Wallace,
to go to the main gate. Josh Porter to the main gate.
Jeremy Hall might be all state on the Raceland line. That's what they're saying.
Ball on that
Wow.
last stop. Second and
I'll
goal.
tell you
LT
what.
Maynard, bottom of the screen. He's wide left. I formation. Liniger's the tailback. The pitch to him. They got moves. Oh!
The ball carrier.
He got in. He got in. They got to give him that.
Let's see. Let's see what the ref says.
They're marking him down at the inch line.
Pushing the line close.
I'll tell you what you dial up here. You get Staggs under center and you fall forward and you sneak it in. If you're on the 1 inch line, you
It
do
is.
the Cody
Look at
Staggs
that on the
quarterback
screen there.
keeper.
It is right there. Look how close that is.
After further review, play stands is called on the field. 3rd down and 1.
That's it.
Now, here's what you do. You give it to Stags. You push. Right now, offensive line, you got to go forward. Go, Stags, go. Oh, we got a false start.
You got a flag.
It looked
With the keeper, we have flag.
looked like the Siders might have moved. Daggone it.
Oh, man. I hate to see them lose their momentum. Let's see what the ref says.
I'm saying false start. It's obvious. Offsides, Rams!
Oh! So,
sorry for seeing a little bias, but
what is that? Is
we're
that,
inside the county, and we got to pull for the Siders.
So half the distance to the goal.
Brings up another third down.
3rd down and a half inch more.
Can they push that Raceland defensive line 1 inch? 1 inch. They're on the 1 inch line, daggone it. Get the ball in the end zone. Come on, Stags. There we go. Touchdown. Got to give it to him.
Touchdown.
Come on. He's got to be over.
Let's see.
He's well over the line. Give the motion. Give the signal.
There's an awful lot of discussion out
Are
of the
you
refs
serious?
tonight.
Thank you.
Touchdown, Senators. Touchdown, Senators. Now we've got a more respectable game.
We got a ball game now.
That's it.
You got to give it up for Cody Staggs with a quarterback keeper.
You know what? 2 minutes, 43 seconds left to go in the half. Let's see if the Senators can squeeze off another 1 or 2 points.
Number 49, TJ
like
Hoggard in the kick. Update from Willersburg. Willersburg, 21.
We got some flags.
Jackson, 13.
I'm telling you.
21-13 Pirates, holding an 8-point lead.
Offsides? I tell you.
Now are they going to go for 2, or are they going to kick it?
You know, I think they should kick it, or else pass it.
So half the distance to the goal line from there.
I mean, honestly.
We're going to decline it.
Oh, they declined it.
They declined it.
Really?
TJ Hoggard is back to kick the extra point. He's a senior. The kick is up, and he's pretty good. What?
The kick is no good.
Man, Haggard hadn't missed any all year.
There we go. The Senators now on the board with 6 points against the Raceland Rams, holding at 15. 2 minutes and 43 seconds left to go till the half, and we'll be back right after this.
Welcome to Kennel Lodge of Portsmouth. Kennel Lodge is a complete pet boarding facility that creates a family stay environment that includes luxurious style kennels, a huge outdoor play area, and the daily care your pets deserve. Leanne and Kevin Abner include a staff that truly understands everything that your pets need, from grooming, the HydroSurge bathing process, and of course, the element of love. Located at 7th and Market Street in Portsmouth, call 353-9804. The next time you need pet boarding and care, they make your pets feel like they're on vacation too.
Welcome back to the Rock. 15-6, 2:43 to go in the second quarter. The Senators do get on the board, but the Rams hold off the extra point attempt, leaving us a 9-point margin for the Rams. The Senators will be kicking off.
Oh, we got some music pumping up now. Maybe the crowd will get up a little bit. Senators are going to get a kickoff to the Rams. 2:43 left to go in the first half as the Raceland Rams lead 15-6.
Those speakers are pretty loud up here.
They are. Who's kicking off?
Hoggard.
Excellent.
Hoggard is back to kick off.
There's the kick. It's high.
Taken.
Walker on the reception.
Oh, cut him down. Did you see that stop?
Garrett Hurd on the stop.
I tell you. Caught it. He received that about the 8.
Nice play by Garrett Hurd, the
made it up to
freshman.
almost the 25-yard line.
Nice tackle in open field, man. He took him down.
Oh, he took him down fast.
Old Daddy Jay would be happy about that.
Maybe we'll get a little bit more life going on now.
Hey, that kid's a freshman on special teams. He's wanting on the field. You see that hit?
He's hungry.
Might be the big hit of the game so far.
Could be. Portsmouth block would be proud.
They would. They would. Davidson's in the shotgun. He takes the snap, rolling left, looking, throws on the run, and perfectly placed again.
I tell you.
Cherry with the catch.
Picks up about 9 yards.
That's complete to Cherry.
Nice play.
He even put a cherry on top.
He did.
Cole Staggs.
Now they're going to the 2-minute hurry up. Andy's favorite offense.
Andy's all about that.
Andy's all about the 2-minute offense. High snap, still taken by Black on the draw. Black gets the first down, met by some Senators, and took off his feet. Still manages the first down. The Rams looking to move the chains.
Oh, there's the chains.
Clock is stopped, 2:18. 2:18, as soon as they wind the clock, here we go, 2:17. Davidson's in the shotgun. He's got 2 wide receivers out wide and 2 tailbacks in the backfield with him.
There's a snap.
Looks. Number 3's open, right in the middle of that zone.
And he is stopped, but they get about 11 yards out of that.
They're finding that soft spot of the zone that West is playing, and they're just inside of it.
Well, you know, Adam, once you're in the zone, I mean, it's
just like TV. If you watch the zone, you can't
go wrong.
Can't go wrong.
That's it.
Ain't nothing better. Davidson in the shotgun again. I've said it all night. Here we go. Looks, fires. Got a completion again. Nice bit of move. He's got room and down the side.
He is moving.
Cherry. Whoop. Maynard brings him down.
You know, I gotta say, four missed tackles, Andy says. I've got to say, these Raceland boys are excellent at dodging. You know?
I've seen if you can dodge a sider, you can.
To the 15-yard line.
Exactly. Dodge. I think it would say if you dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Yeah.
That's it.
Davidson's in the shotgun. We got people running off the field. I don't think he got it off.
Handoff.
Ooh, no flags, but
they're looking for him.
First
Looks
down.
like he got another first. Boy,
Man,
they're
the
walking
Rams
down
are.
the field.
Ram first down.
They may want to consider this this run and gun strategy.
1st and goal, Rams. I'm not going to say what they're going to do here, but if I'm a gambling man again, which I have been in this game so far, I'm going to roll. I'm going to roll out to the right and look for my main man, Cameron Webb, number 3, at the bottom of the screen.
I mean, they're within the kill distance. There we go.
There's that little draw.
You know,
I knew it's coming too, Andy. Timeout, Rams. Timeout, Rams.
Timeout on the play.
Well, we've got a timeout on the field. So while they're taking a timeout, let's us take a timeout, and we'll be back right after this.
Dalton Filliter.
A night of family entertainment awaits you at the Portsmouth Cinema 8. We're always improving. More games, better movies, delicious concessions, online ticket sales, and updates on Facebook as well. To make your experience better, we now have all 8 theaters in digital DLP with Dolby Surround Sound. Plus, you can watch your next digital 3D movie here. All the entertainment you need at Portsmouth Cinema 8. Movies will never be the same again.
And we're back here at the Rock, where the score is
15-6.
Yep, 15-6 with the Raceland Rams leading. Raceland Rams are really doing a great job. I mean, they are dodging. This last drive is probably the quickest drive I've seen.
You tell some of the Senators were winded as Raceland came right down the field and answered from that scoring drive that the Stags and the Senators put together. 55 seconds to go in the second quarter, and the Rams are knocking on the door for 6 more. I was seeing if I could get any kind of response out of that little rhyme I had, but I didn't get nothing. I didn't get nothing.
And it's quiet.
But the bells are ringing.
That's it.
Nah, 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 nah. Oh, they cut the music. Let's see what the Rams do. Davidson's in the shotgun. He's got 2 running backs on each side. Now we got a guy in motion. Cameron Webb at the bottom of your screen. Black in the slot. Webb in the round.
Is he going to get
the ball's out. Oh, they marked him down. They marked him down.
Did they?
Yes, they did. We do have what might be an injury.
Really?
No, he's okay. He's up. Stretching it out.
So Gilly with the stop for the Senators.
33 seconds.
And counting.
Rams to the line. They need something quick.
Second
26 seconds. The Rams psych it and met in the
he
backfield. Nice
brought
play
down.
out there. Wow.
The Senators are trying to stop it.
How about Garrett Hurd coming in the game as a freshman and making a big tackle?
That's awesome.
Impressive. Oh my gosh. The Rams,
timeout by the Rams.
Are they going
2
to try to
seconds
kick
left
the
on the clock?
Are they going to try?
I don't know.
For the sensational
But tell you what, we'll go to break and come back and see what they're all up to.
All right, let's go to break.
The library isn't just a source for books anymore. We are activities. We are local history and genealogy. We are entertainment. We are DVDs and books on CD. We are online. We are education. We are mobile. We are everywhere. We are still books and reading. We are here for our community. We are here for you.
We are the Portsmouth Public Library.
I love the library.
Back at the Rock, where Raceland is trying to decide what they're going to do here with 2 seconds left on the clock. They are up by 9 points with a score of 15-6 coming into half. All right, here comes the Rams moving back out to the line.
I'd say they're going to kick it.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's going to be a pass play.
Are they going to go for it?
Let's make some noise for the Senators. How about it?
I'm saying they do a pass play.
I'd say they're going to roll Davidson out and look for number 3, Cameron Webb.
Here we go.
Nope, throwing it back to him.
Here we go. There's the pass. Caught, and it is a touchdown.
The throwback. A little bit of trickery. Handed off to Black. Black comes to the right, throws back to Nathaniel Daniels.
I tell you.
Nathaniel Davidson for the touchdown. The quarterback with the catch.
That's it. Nice move. Nice move.
Black, and the pass back to Davidson ends up in a Rams touchdown.
A little bit of trickery.
Up to 21-6, and we're going to see how the kick goes.
They tricked me. Oh, we got another
a flag.
Flag on the play. Offside Senators.
Offsides for the Senators.
After this kick, it's either going to be 22-6 or 21-6. The Rams with a favorable lead at halftime. And the Rams get the ball back. The Rams get the ball back at the start of the second half.
That's it.
So this could get ugly early in the second half if the Rams.
There we go. And the kick is good.
It's good.
Holly, if you hear me, we're at halftime. 22-6 Rams.
22-6, man. Whew. I tell you what, the Rams are doing great.
What's our halftime sponsor?
Our halftime sponsor tonight is Direct Connect Media.
Direct TV?
No, Direct Connect Media.
Direct Connect Media.
It's like Direct TV, but it's Direct Connect Media.
Okay.
You know? Not to be confused with Direct Connect TV.
Right.
Which will bring you all the NFL packages you ever wanted.
Right. And you can get that at Scotty's Satellites, New Boston.
Heard great things about them.
We do a great job. I got 30-some sales reps there, all local people.
Excellent.
Direct TV right here, Andy. See the?
There we go. All right.
All right. Let's go to break. Let's take a halftime break, and we'll be back to watch a little bit of the band.
All right. We'll be back right after this.
We recently got an EEG machine, and that's what we're using for one of my research projects. Shawnee State and my professors, faculty here have really helped me to be competitive, not just to meet the minimum requirements. Kind of cool to tell people that, hey, I know how to run an EEG.
I visit every client that I have one time a month. I'm not meant to be behind a desk. At Shawnee, they instilled in me a need to have empathy towards other people. When you get into that career, it's because you want to help people. So that's what I'm doing.
I need to go through.
Huh? What?
do it for the ladies.
I did it before I got married.
I do it year-round.
It's the only thing I take my hat off for.
I do it all month long for one low price.
We do it together.
Wheelersburg, Portsmouth, Huntington, Jackson. I do it wherever I go.
They all do it here. You won't have to wait for the sun to look fine. Come to the sun spot where the sun always shines.
And we're back here at the Rock.
Welcome
West
back.
Portsmouth. I mean, Adam, what do you think about this game so far?
So far, we've been seeing a little bit of mix of pace. Raceland definitely been taking advantage of the halfback draws and the quick passes. Really, West is on their heels, trying to figure out if they're going to try to stop the run or the pass, and they're really not stopping either. 22-6, Raceland's up right now, and they get the ball back at the start of the half. With West taking that key injury to Bradford, then it's got them a little humble-jumbled, and it's got them a little out of, discombobulated a little bit. But they're showing signs as their last drive went for 6. So if they can get a strong hold on the first drive of the third quarter, then I can think we could get them back in the ball game. But if Raceland goes down and scores, it could be a long night for the Siders.
I tell you what, I think we're kind of seeing the same thing that happened when the Siders played Portsmouth. The Siders are a good team, but they're playing young.
Right. Well, they're 2-2.
Yeah.
They're 2-2. Wins over Wellston and wins over Fairland, combined with 2 losses to Colgrove and Portsmouth, by a combined of 12 points, 2 losses. So they could easily be 4-0. They should have won the Portsmouth game if they don't fumble so much. They had their chances at Colgrove. But really, this Raceland Ram team has took them by the horns right now and showed them that they're here to play, even though they're from Kentucky. And people that from around here says Kentucky football can't beat Ohio. Well, maybe not in the bigger levels in the college and the upper high school teams. But right now, the Raceland Rams, a small school from Kentucky, is giving all the Siders all they want.
They're doing a great job. Great job. Good passing game. Good ground game.
Nobody comes to Raven Rock and just pushes the Siders around, but Raceland's had their way with them.
That's true.
Some of our sponsors, though, we got Dempsey Heating and Air. We got All Seasons Heating and Air. Thompson's Petroleum. Wagner Rental.
Thompson's Petroleum, real quick, is a big sponsor of West football. Always supporting West football.
Smith's Drugs, Rowley's. Pro Pest Control. Gaddy's Pizza. ADS Auto and Tire. You also have Jason Bentley, Dr. Chris Schmidt, Marty Danini for sheriff. Re-election for Marty Danini would be big for voting for Marty.
Yep.
Direct Connect Media, Bob and Floyd's Tires, and let's see who else. Osco, Loot Supply. Here's our second half kickoff, Chuck. T.J. Hoggard back to kick it. Nice kick.
Oh,
very good kick. Takes it into the end zone for a touchback.
All the way back.
Nice kick by Hoggard. A bright spot for the Siders early.
I hope the Siders went in the locker room and came out with a new plan and some new motivation.
A little bit of drive, a little bit of heart, a little bit of swagger. Get pumped up. Something needs to happen to get this crowd back in the game.
Yep. Well, the Sider crowd is amazingly quiet.
That's what I mean. They took the air right out of the stadium. The Raceland Rams come on the field, led by their star quarterback. He's a senior, Nathaniel Davidson, a 6 foot, 205 quarterback. He's been doing it all. He did a little catch for a touchdown. He's thrown for a touchdown.
Yep.
He's running the offense 5 wide right now in a shotgun. Quick pass out.
That's
bullet. His knee was down. That caught him down. He caught it with his knee on the ground.
Loss of 2 yards on that. Little loss of 2 yards.
I'm going to call these numbers once more as soon as this play is over.
Davidson's in the shotgun. Senators look like they're playing a little bit of a zone.
Oh, there's
and
a pass.
right in the middle, caught. That's
Cherry.
Completed to Cherry. Looks like he gained about
Cherry tackled by Barry.
Red ticket, the 50-50 for $300. 6030 583-6030.
Did you win? Did you win and split the pot, Chuck?
No, I did not win the did not win the split the pot.
You know, if you win, you split the pot with me and Andy.
You know they that's the third time they've called it, so
that's
they may
a beautiful
be
play.
New numbers
if you
here
remember
tonight.
right, he scored
Oh,
earlier
look
on
at
the same play.
Man, the gain of a good.
That's
good 9-10 yards.
That draw has caused them troubles numerous times, and I think it's just because the Siders respect Nathaniel's arm.
Happy birthday to Dean Rapp, 5 years old today. Happy birthday, buddy.
Wow. All right, everybody's back to the line. There's the snap. Raceland throws.
They got Black in space.
He's moving forward again. He almost picks up another first down.
They got Black in space, and once he got it moving, he's hard to bring down.
I tell you, looks like
first down.
They got a first down.
We got an update from Willersburg.
What's going on up there?
Field goal right before the half puts the Pirates up 24-13 with Willersburg getting the ball.
Really?
An update from East, the Sodaville Community Tartans.
Oh,
nice pass.
Nice pass.
Cherry with another catch.
15 yards on that.
Davidson's arm is one of the best we've seen.
I'm telling you, he is connecting, I mean, he's putting it right where it needs to go.
It's almost like he's like Direct Connect Media.
Almost. One of our proud sponsors. Brent Cowan and all the boys at Direct Connect. Putting those text messages where they need to go.
The draw snuffed out by the Siders.
Black's the ball carrier.
Anyways, back to the Easton Valley update. Here's one for you. Small school out of Sodaville called the Tartans.
Yeah.
20. Valley, nothing.
Really?
Halftime.
Man, oh man.
Someone said Valley would get beat by 20.
A special young lady, Emma Kingery.
Christopher Smith, the proud sponsor.
Happy birthday, young lady.
At the bottom of the screen, you can go down to Urological Services down at Chris Smith. Another draw by the Rams.
The ball carrier.
Tackled for no gain, maybe a no yard at the most.
Dalton Billiter. And he has some help from Cole Gilly on that one.
Looks like they're going to be faced with a 2nd down and 6. With you-know-who in the shotgun, Mr. Nathaniel Davidson, the number 2 on the jersey.
That's it. Here we go. Oh, deflected and intercepted. The Senators take control of the ball. Deflected and intercepted. Man, a nice little move.
Nice play by Cole Gilly. Cole Gilly, the sophomore, with a heck of a play.
Break for the Senators.
That's exactly what the Siders needed.
It is.
And the quarterback's worst nightmare. The offensive lineman batting that ball down.
Tell you.
If you don't come after to that, then we're going to have to choose new winners.
Uh-oh, they're going to choose new winners. Nobody's coming for the split the pot.
I think you jump up and down and act like it's you.
Oh, there's the pass.
To no man's land. Oh, man, he took a late hit. Boy, I don't know if that's legal.
Oh, yeah.
He took a light shot.
Justin Rideout wins the $300 split the pot from the cheerleaders.
There they go.
We are still waiting on the winner. We're going to call this number one more time, 724-6676.
Everybody's moved back to the
That's
line.
for the $100 gift certificate to B-Dubs.
Snap by the Senators. Drop back to pass. And he connects right around the 49-yard line, but they're saying no good.
For McCoy, incomplete.
They're saying incomplete pass.
He dropped it.
Justin Rideout has donated $100 back to the cheerleaders, so thank you, Justin.
The Senators have decided to huddle and think about this. 3rd down, 10 yards to go. Ball's on the 42. Let's see what's going to happen here. There's the snap. Drop back to pass. Long pass. And over their heads.
Jags pass incomplete.
That takes us to 4th down and 10 for the Senators.
Intended for Berry.
Just ain't a lot of things working right for the Senators' offense right now.
All right,
doesn't seem to be.
Pick another winner for the $100 gift certificate to B-Dubs.
Let's see what they can do. Is they're going to punt it, and they got a guy back. Number 3 is Cameron Webb to return the punt.
There's the punt. Up. Down about the 33-yard line.
Down there by number 59, Kane Lewis.
So the Rams will take possession of the ball around yard number 33.
Yep. 8 minutes exactly to go in the third quarter, still 22-6. So West does nothing with the interception, and it goes 3 and out and punts it back to Raceland, where they're going to take over about the 33-yard line.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I think West still has a chance. I mean, if they can get it together.
Their offense is just not mustering any kind of yards or first downs or anything. I mean, they're just not going anywhere.
I mean, I agree, but there's enough time left that if a few things went
if
right.
they can get their defense to make another big play, you never know. Here comes Cherry in motion. Davidson, the shotgun, handoff to Bailey, and he's got room, and he could go. Ooh.
Yep.
Nice tackle, though,
because
I thought he was going. He could have broke through there. For
Raceland Rams getting yards. They are getting yards.
Brandon Moore also in there for the Senators. And there's Cole Gilly once again.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. The Rams are still moving the ball up and down the field. I'd like to see the total yards because they're definitely out gaining the Siders as they've took a couple drives down the field on the Siders.
Yeah.
Nice D. Nice D there by the Siders. Boy, big number 66 for the Raceland Rams. Jake Dixon took a shot there at the offensive line. Slow getting up. Slow getting up he was. But he's up. And Davison back in the shotgun.
Oh,
drop.
Catches but fumbles it around until it falls.
Let it get in on his chest right there off the shoulder pad and bounced off.
Yep.
Brandon Moore in coverage for the Senators.
3rd down and 9 for the Rams.
3rd down and 9. Rams, one of their longest third downs of the night. Not had a lot of third down problems.
Ball on the 49. About 6 minutes, 58 left to go in the third quarter.
Can we get somebody that represents the cheerleaders for West to please come up to the press box?
There's the snap.
Davison's looking deep.
Long pass.
He's got a man wide
and
open. Oh!
Just out of his reach. Just out of his reach.
LT Maynard
in coverage.
Man, he was open.
Yeah. I mean, if he'd have been a half a step, 2 steps ahead, I mean, he would have caught that, and I don't think that it could have stopped him. Fourth.
Well, Davison just missed him there. Cameron Webb was open. Just missed him. They'll reconnect next offensive.
Well, the scoreboard says 4th and 7. I don't know how we picked up 2 yards, but there's the punt. High.
They got down there. Oh, it hit him. But he got it back. He got it back.
Okay, he recovers it.
Josh Berry on the recovery.
So the Senators take control of the ball.
Some way, some shape, and form, they do need to get Mr. Berry the ball.
Yes.
If you remember him at Portsmouth, he was all their excitement.
He was.
So they got to figure out a way to get the ball in their playmakers' hands here. Try to get Staggs, out of the pocket. See if we can get Berry open down the field. Maybe get something going for the Siders. Because when you stop a team like Raceland 2 times in a row,
yeah,
you need to come away with something.
Congratulations to Phil Rideout. He's the winner of the $100 gift card to
Nothing like being at a Ciders game and the split the pot and the B-Dubs card won by the same family.
Yeah. That's it. Rideouts are cashing in tonight. Yeah. I'm telling you. Everything's awfully quiet here in the stadium, isn't it?
It's quiet. I've
the-
dozed off twice.
Well, you know, the Raceland fans are pretty quiet. Like, this is just kind of run of the mill. The Senator fans, they're just kind of quiet, you know?
It's not the normal West Side game.
No.
It's just so quiet, laid back. Usually you hear the cowbells and you hear the Cider fans and they're.
Yeah.
But you even look. I mean, look at just how the teams kind of need some life breathed into them. I mean, they're looking like they're just looking around for someone to step up.
I think it's it.
Missing the Bradford kid. I know he's only a sophomore, but when you've took all the snaps all season long, that throws a little wrench into it.
They need a hero.
Senators will take over from there. First down at 10.
That was Chuck, guys, by the way. That definitely was Chuck.
All right, what do we got going on the field? Looks like we're
Looks
about
like.
ready to play
Oh, wait
again.
a minute. Is there a clown on the field?
I don't know.
No, that's not. It's one of the refs. My bad. Handoff.
Handoff
Looked like a
backfield.
face mask.
Oh.
Gotta call that. 15 yards, sir.
Yep, a couple flags thrown on
That might
one.
be what the Ciders need to get off the goal line.
Chase Liniger
It'd
on
be
the
nice for them to
carry.
get downfield.
We have a flag on the play.
So what's up, Chuck, with all this clown stuff?
You know,
I mean, is it just some people clowning around or what?
It's hard to tell. You know that a lot of people are all wigged out about it, but
well, I heard
it's hard to say that it's illegal to wear a clown outfit. I mean, it's been happening for hundreds of years. I mean, apparently you had a couple schools today exercising lockdown because of it. You know, precautionary. You know.
They said they actually saw a clown in New Boston.
Well, apparently there was a guy with a red wig, and I guess he was causing people to
panic,
be a little freaked out. Which
did they catch him?
Which makes me a little scared because I grew up with red hair. You know, so
I didn't know when they said it was a clown with red hair. I thought it could have been you.
Well, it could have been, but you know, it wasn't. Oh, we got another flag on the play, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know how you deal with that as law enforcement there. Telling somebody to remove a wig seems a little
if it's
over the top.
if it's causing a panic.
Well, what if I decide I want to wear green socks and that causes a panic? I mean, where do you draw the line? It's a little crazy if you ask me.
Yeah, but he's obviously doing it because of all the clown stuff, and he's doing it to cause a ruckus at a school, and kids are got to be safe. So locking down and getting the guy out of there is what they got to do.
Well, I mean, if he's around the school, they can ask him to leave. But apparently he was in a car, in the passenger seat of a car, and they were driving around. I mean, I don't know. When I was a kid, we used to do stupid stuff all the time.
I still do.
Yeah. Oh!
The fullback, number 34, onto the scene.
Oh, we got
Hunter Reed.
Pardon us, we got a little sidetracked with today's commentary, but the Senators get a first down.
But Hunter Reed has a Senator first down.
Keep giving him the ball.
Hey,
they're
I'm
still
starting
slow
to hear
to
some
line.
bells and whistles and a few
They're starting
chants.
to herd the cattle around here.
Let's see what happens. Drops
Uh-oh.
back to pass. Oh! I think there was a little confusion. Did it tip off somebody's fingers?
Pass incomplete, batted down at the line of scrimmage.
Incomplete. No loss of yards.
Brings up a second and 10 for the
Second and
Senators.
10 for the Senators.
That ball looked like it was tipped into the air for a good 10, 15 seconds.
Yeah, I'm surprised nobody picked that off.
I should have ran down there and caught it.
You could have.
Let's see what they can do as Staggs is under center in the I formation. The pitch
Oh,
out
pitch
to
out.
number 1. Another
Come on,
Staggs.
there he goes. Looks like he gets about,
Oh!
Staggs toting the mail.
getting about 6 yards or so out of that.
Well, you know, one thing's good is when the Siders can get the fans behind them, they start getting some momentum.
That's it.
Let's go, Sider. West Side Pride. Sorry about that.
Oh, no.
22-6. Still 5 minutes to go. No teams are budging here in the second half.
No.
I mean, everybody's just kind of long.
It's just a back and forth lollygag.
Just a little hanging out and filling each other out. And any other Friday night.
There we go. Pass.
Oh,
we got some flags on the play. Oh, a little after the play business going on too.
Something about Barry just didn't hold on there. Might have been the 3 hits that he took from the Rams.
It could have been.
I look like a defensive hold.
Yeah.
I think it's going to go against the Rams.
Well, let's see.
I'm going to say against the Rams. It looks like they're going to cut it off, give the Siders some momentum here. Even if you got to get it through a penalty. Still helps out.
He's going to explain something to the Rams.
Could be an automatic first down, too. See what the call is. Let's get the call. That means they're going to ask the Raceland coach if he wants to decline or keep the penalty. So it's going to go against the Siders. Just got to figure out what the call is. Why they do that, let's read off some sponsors here.
Yeah, let's talk about
I want to talk about Bob and Floyd's Tires down there.
You know, Bob and Floyd's, great service, great guys.
Little Bobby.
You know, they do a lot down there.
Yep.
Run a great business.
Yeah, they do.
You know.
You also got to give it out for Wagner Rental down in New Boston.
All
and
the
Jackson.
Wagner boys.
Yep.
You know, Berg graduates, big supporters of high school sports and the youth in the area.
The face mask against Raceland is going to be 15 yards and a Cider first down.
Man.
And that'll give the Senators another first down.
Well, what do you suppose they were asking the Raceland coach over there?
I think he wanted an explanation. Maybe what he wanted to eat after the game. I'm not sure, but the face mask penalty still stands.
Yep. We've got an official timeout on the field. So while we're timing out on the field, let's time out from the box. We'll be back right after this. Here at the Rock in West Portsmouth.
We are back. The referee crew is over trying to explain to the Raceland coach exactly where the penalty was and what the call was. But they've been doing a little hydration break halfway through the quarters to give these guys a chance to get hydrated.
Oh, listen. We're going to jump. We got some jumping music. Think we're going to try to get the Siders moving. Well, the cheerleaders seem to be enjoying it.
Let me begin. I came to win, battle me, that's a sin. Get up, stand up, come up, throw your hands up. If you got the feeling, come up, that's the ceiling.
Shot of the cheerleaders.
And then I'll take the puck too. All right, here we go. We're back to the
too late.
Little jump around, House of
back
Pain.
to the field.
Oh, they jumped. Didn't get him in the field. Uh-oh, big guy rumbling, stumbling, bumbling for about a 4 or 5 yard gain.
That's it.
The ball carrier.
Lost his helmet.
He's got to come off the field. That's a new rule.
You know, from this angle, it looked like Raceland jumped. All right. Senators move back to the huddle. Done with that. Moving back up to the line of scrimmage. Looks like everybody's getting ready.
He's got Barry open.
Oh! Excellent.
Oh, nice
Excellent.
open field
Nice
tackle
pass.
out there, though, by number 19 for the Rams. That was Josh Clark on the tackle.
Nice little pass there.
Pass
Gain of around 6 yards.
This is a big third down, Chuck. Very big third down.
Short for the Senators.
Snap, pitch back.
Staggs has got room.
He is moving.
Nice move by Staggs. Nice move.
Excellent. Comes out of bounds about the 26.
Hey, I think the Senators might be on to something as they're attacking the Raceland Rams perimeter.
That's it. That's it. First down for the Siders.
Let's get the Siders on their feet, would we?
That's it. 1st and 10 on about the 27, 26.
Nice little pitch. Man, Staggs looks good outside the tackles.
That's it. 4 minutes left to go.
Plenty of time.
In the third quarter. We got plenty of time for them to come back.
Hold on to your seat, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go.
Uh-oh.
He's
in
running out
trouble.
of time.
Get rid
Come
of
on,
it. Get rid
come
of
on.
it. Oh.
And they run him out of bounds.
Staggs, the ball carrier.
Loss of yards.
Just not knowing the quarterback position and playing it too much.
That's
He's
it.
got to know once you get out of the tackles, throw that ball, hit someone over in the stands with it.
Yeah. Something. I mean,
I'd have looked over there and picked off a Raceland fan.
I mean, they lost about 8 yards on that.
Yeah. They'll bring you up about a 2nd and 17, it looks like. Man, right when they were driving, it just something that just didn't need to happen. I'd have gave it to the fullback and tried to get about 5 or 6.
Let's see what's going to happen. There's
Here's,
the pitch.
false start. False start.
And we have a flag on the play.
Offsides on the Rams. Offsides on the Rams. That's going to be the call. A lot of flags coming out on the Rams today, guys.
I'll tell you.
That's going to be 5 yards, giving the Senators just about what they lost. That's big.
Huh.
And we have a
offsides
against the Rams.
Nailed it.
There you go, man.
Nailed it.
Good call.
Count them off, please. Let's get the Siders back up to the line. 3:19 to go in the third.
I'm telling you.
22-6. Let's go Siders. Punch it in.
You know, they're not completely out of this game yet. They've just need to have some things happen in their favor.
So they picked up the penalty.
What? Can't pick up a penalty on offsides.
What's that?
How do you pick up an offsides penalty?
I don't know.
Never seen that before in my life.
Oh, there's the snap. He drops back to pass, and it's a nice pass.
Nice.
Pass incomplete.
Incomplete. Round about the 20.
Intended for Brandon Moore.
Intended receiver was Brandon Moore on that pass.
Nice try by Brandon Moore, though. He laid out.
Yep.
Third down for the Senators.
3rd and 18, and they're going to have to do something. I mean, that would have been a great saver right there. What do you say? We go for another long pass?
Got to do something here. I think you got to go for it either way. I think you got to get half of it here and half of it on 4th.
Well, you know, it's 3rd down. You can always punt.
No.
Right we saw that earlier in the season.
You're right. Portsmouth did punt on 3rd down. Drew a lot of wonders from our crowd. But if I'm here, I'm looking at my man Barry in the slot. I got it. I got Barry in the slot. That's what I'm looking for.
Here we go. Drops back. Little short pass. Taken down about the 31. About the 31-yard line. Still not up to the line of scrimmage. Gain of about 5, 6.
Bring up a 4th down for the Senators.
Now 4th and 12.
The 30-yard line.
You know, they might as well go for it. You know?
Looks like we've just lost all our updates because my phone died. Don't know how many of the other games are going into the 4th quarter, but
oh, man.
If I know, I'll let you know. 4th down and 12. They need it.
Come on.
Uh-oh.
There's
He's
the
going for it.
pass.
Oh!
And
what a play!
Oh, man.
What a play by the Raceland defender.
Did you see how close the Raceland defender came to just catching the ball?
Broken up by Caleb Young.
Man. Like I say, if the Senators can just get a few things to go right.
Man, it looked like he had that.
It did. It did.
Will take over 1st and 10 from around the 30-yard line. 29.5.
2:11 to go in the third quarter, and back to a Raceland offensive possession where West has held 2 times this half, but got nothing out of it.
Well, they're getting the opportunities. They just can't make it happen. You know?
Davidson back, got all kinds of time. Oh, incomplete.
Davidson's pass incomplete. Intended for Black.
Davidson looked good, though, throwing the ball, man. It comes out. He's got a cannon.
Oh, he does. He's definitely very accurate with his throws.
Yeah, he is. He's a good one to have.
There's the snap.
Got that.
Caught and then ran out about, what is that, about 35?
Clock stops. Minute 53 to go. Bringing up a third down. 3rd and 5. I'm going to say 3rd and 5.
3rd down, right around 4.
Well, Davidson's in the shotgun. Throws it out to number 3.
I tell you.
Pass complete to Webb.
Look at that. I guess he stepped out. But that had to have been close. I tell you what, those Rams just roll around out there and get another 5 yards every time they roll. Well, the temperature's finally starting to drop a little bit.
Yeah, it is.
Phone says it's down to 84, but I think it's a little lower than that.
Nice move right there, though, by the wideout, Cameron Webb. As he put on a nice little move on the sideline. Davidson in the shotgun again.
Drops back to pass.
Got a man. Black's open.
Next.
Oh, nice tackle.
Stopped.
Complete to Black.
Cody Staggs on the tackle.
Cole Staggs on the stop.
Sorry, Cole Staggs.
Gain of about 2 yards on that play.
Gain of a couple.
Ball's on the 45. 1 minute, 21 seconds left to go in the half, or in the third quarter.
Shotgun formation. There's the handoff draw, and he's got room, but not the first down. It's going to bring up about a 3rd and 2.
Got a nice little run on that.
Man, oh man, I'd like to see a Sider hold here, giving them the ball back. We're down under a minute. This could be the last play of the third quarter as we wind it up here at Raven Rock in West Portsmouth.
Oh, got a flag.
Offsides. Offside. Andy with the great vision. Offside Senators is the call. Gives them the first down.
I'll tell you.
Now, here's what I don't understand. Earlier, I seen a play that I'm not so sure about. We had an offside Rams. They called offside Rams.
Yep.
And picked up the flag.
Yeah.
Never seen it before. There wasn't a decline of the penalty. There wasn't no count off. They just picked it up. How do you not call an offsides and then pick it up?
I don't know.
Must have talked about it and figured out that, a lot of room.
He's broken through. Almost got the first down.
Man, I'll tell you, we've seen a lot of mixing it up. You got to give it up to number 33. Bailey Walker looked good carrying the ball.
Yeah.
Got to give it up to Nathaniel Davidson. Looked good throwing the ball.
Walker, the ball carrier.
Looks like he's going to squeeze the first.
Yeah, he's got the first.
Hit initially by Gabe Skaggs.
I'm not so sure the Raceland coach is allowed that far on the field.
Well, yep.
That looks like
that's the end of the third quarter.
End of the third quarter.
So while they're checking things out, let's take a break and we'll come back right after this.
Peter 10:17.
Ruth 2:11.
James 11:9.
When I was hungry. When I was lost. When I was stoned.
You gave me help.
Faith.
Joy.
You gave me a chance. Amanda 4:6. When I was saved.
Your holiday donations to the Salvation Army make change all year long.
And we're back here at the Rock in West Portsmouth as the Senators are down 22-6 coming into the fourth quarter. A lot of stuff happening in this game.
A lot of people making their way to the exit.
Been kind of a slow-paced game, though.
I don't understand it. I mean, your team's only down a couple scores. They've made some good defensive holds in the second half to limit the Raceland Rams offense to no points. You've got to, and you had that big interception. You had the ball down. Cole Staggs makes a good run, and you get nothing out of it.
Yep.
Ah, man, just had a couple opportunities, didn't cash in on them. Let's see what they can do today. Fourth quarter, guys. Raceland Rams got to hold on, and they'll move to 6-0 if they can.
That's it.
As the Westside Senators are 2-2, looking to get over 500 for the first time this season since the first game of the year. It's a big down here for the Rams as they face first down and 10, getting the ball moving in the fourth quarter.
There's the snap. He drops
he looks,
back to pass.
looks. Plenty of time.
And he connects.
Touchdown.
Davidson's pass
He's got the touchdown.
For a Rams touchdown.
Touchdown, Rams.
Barely, but he got the touchdown.
And another pass by Cameron Davidson, Nathaniel Davidson, on the money to number 1, Damon Black.
That brings the score up 28-6.
Oh, they let a smog fire off over there in the Raceland Rams.
Yeah, I wonder what that. They're having a ball
Not
over
so
there.
sure what that was.
I don't know.
But anyways, touchdown Rams.
They're set up to kick.
The extra point.
They're going to do another fake. Oh, nope, here they go. 60 to kick. That's going to be Luke Leemaster.
There's the kick.
Check that Leemaster's kick is up.
It's up and good. So
Nice
that
kick by
brings the
Leemaster.
score up to 29-6 with the Raceland Rams leading. And we'll be back right after this.
Go nuts for donuts at Krispy Kreme, across from Portsmouth High School.
Back live at the Rock.
We are
29-6.
You know, it's Adam Cox doing play-by-play.
With
Me,
Chuck Jones.
Chuck Jones doing color and craziness.
And we got Andy.
Andy just having fun over there.
Justin over on the cameras.
Yep, Justin and Danny. You know. So,
Where's our boy at?
Tyson?
Yeah.
Tyson's at a concert this evening with his girlfriend.
Significant other?
Yep, that's it. You know,
Important time
we have long-time veteran cameraman Danny Jones.
Well, I'll tell you. Is he related to you?
He is. Yeah, he's my youngest son.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, he's been working on and off for the Zone since he was in high school.
How old are you, Chuck? Let's bring that up on television.
Well, you know, I'll be 36 next year.
Your son just turned 27.
Yeah, I know. I was an early bloomer.
Here we go with the Rams kicking off. Hey, let's go, Siders. Turning this into something positive here. Let's get something on the board here.
There's the kick. It's up.
Out of bounds.
And
it's going to be out of bounds. That's going to draw a flag.
There we go.
They're going to get the ball on the 35, Chuck.
I tell you.
I'd like to know exactly what he was thinking there. Is the coverage team's been pretty on point so far.
They have.
Kicked it to the sideline and out of bounds.
You know, I'm going to take a minute and mention our viewers in Raceland.
Right.
We actually have quite a few viewers in the Raceland area, which is one reason we picked up this game.
They contacted Zone. They said, hey, we'd like to be on.
That's it. Any of you parents out there that like this game, you can thank Chuck Boyles up in the Raceland area for bringing all this to my attention. And hopefully we'll be doing some more Raceland games in the future. You know, Raceland's really a top-notch team out here.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying watching them play. You know, they've got a little more intricate offense, you know, than some of the teams we've seen so far.
Yeah.
And are doing great.
And they're undefeated. The Rams are undefeated for a reason. They're looking good.
We can get them set up against Berg and see what happens.
I don't know about that. Let's not get carried away.
Yeah, we got the snap.
The fullback
moving.
Falls forward for a gain of 3. Man, he's a big old boy. And number 34 is the ball carrier, Hunter Reed.
Hunter Reed packing the pigskin.
Hunter Reed packing the pigskin.
Isaac Wallace on the stop.
So many intricate sayings in
I like it.
In football.
Packing the pigskin. Well, I'll tell you what, Staggs ain't did that bad stepping in a quarterback. I mean, he's not been bad. I mean, he just got to get used to taking some snaps. Oh, nice play action. And he's going to keep it.
The side.
And there, oh, nice gain.
Looks like he got about 4 or 5 yards off that.
See, I'm big into believing that if I'm a quarterback and I'm running to the sideline and you put your arms around me after I've stepped across the line, I'm going down. I'm getting the extra 15 yards. I'll take the drama. I'm hoping the drama teacher's watching.
Yep.
And saying, give that kid a good grade for that little bit of acting on the sideline.
You ever coach soccer?
I did play soccer, college soccer. I was a drama, not a drama queen, but maybe a king.
There you go.
Oh, Andy, I'm glad you brought up the fact that I'm a college soccer player doing play-by-play on football.
Well, you know, it is considered football in some parts of the world.
Outsiders.
Here we have timeout, Senators.
Well, I guess while they take a timeout on the field, we'll take a timeout up here, and we'll be back right after this.
Let's see if we can get you some help.
Who do you think you're going to get to help me this time of night?
Thank you for calling King's Daughters. This is Natalie. How can I help you?
My husband has a pretty bad cough, and it seems like it's getting worse.
Let's see about getting him in to see a provider.
Care 24/7. Free advice, help, and scheduling 24 hours a day.
Honey, I think they can get you in as soon as the morning.
That fast?
That fast.
Care 24/7. Here when you need us.
And we're back here at the Rock in West Portsmouth, where the West Portsmouth Senators trail the Raceland Rams at a score of 29-6. And I want to take just a couple minutes and recognize one of our sponsors, Krispy Kreme Donuts. Randall and Hyla down there, Krispy Kreme, big supporters of the area youth.
And West football.
Yes, West football. I mean, the area youth in general. They're big supporters of the area. Some of the best donuts you'll ever find. Oh, there we go.
Catch in the middle of the field by number 6. His first catch, Derek Carver.
They just made pumpkin donuts down there.
Did they?
Yep, I ran into them today, and they were telling me
You ran into the donuts, or you ran into the...
Well, I ran into a lot of donuts, let me tell you. You don't get a body like this without commitment.
I know what you mean. I've been packing on the pounds. Senators facing 4th and about 3, and
it looks like they tried to shove it up the middle for the first.
They got it. Maybe it was about 4th and a yard. Ooh, Ooh, the spot might.
The
spot. The
ball once again, and he's got a Senator first down.
There we go. Senator first down.
Haven't heard a lot of the air horns, as the first downs have been far and few between.
That's it.
Or is that few and far between?
Could be either.
Either way. Let's see what the Senators can do. 10-11 to go in the fourth quarter. Uh-oh. He's rolling out. Uh-oh. Got time and an open man. And
connects
hits him. I think that's our boy, number 20.
Like he connected, got
Brandon
the first down
Moore.
out of that.
Brandon Moore with another nice play.
That's it.
The bullet completion to Moore.
And finally, we're seeing the Senators moving down the field. Another first down.
Brandon Kaiser on the stop.
I'd like to see them get a few more points on the board.
Well, I'd like to just see him keep it close. And 29-6. He drops back.
There's the pass. He connects.
Nice.
Got a good 7-8 yards out of that.
Derek Carver.
Looks like they've got a formula going on now.
Judd Atkins with the stop for the Rams.
And a lot of West Senators getting hit and banged up.
Drops back. There's another pass. Oh, intercepted.
Oh!
And nailed.
Pass intercepted by Atkins. Sid Shiflett on the stop. Hunter Reed checked that on the stop that time. So first and 10 Rams around their own 26-yard line. Senators will be at Minford next week.
We got that game?
Senators at Minford is us next week.
What do we got next on the schedule? Do you know?
Senators at Minford next week.
For sure?
For sure.
Still airing it out. What a pick!
Did you see that?
Nice pick.
I'm telling you. I tell you, Maynard plucked that out of the air.
That was a heck of a catch.
That's the football I've been waiting for all night.
Skills, number 5, LT Maynard with the pick.
That was a nice catch.
It was.
Odell Beckham-like.
Senators will be back in action.
Hey, I want to say something. You know it's special. Well, LT's dad's name's Greg.
Okay.
Greg Maynard's big-time coach, biggest competitor. I mean, he's a competitor. He'd be the first to tell LT when he does something wrong.
Uh-huh.
But if LT could have seen his dad jump up right there on that catch, I looked down here. Greg's up like 3 bleachers, pumping a fist in the air.
Oh, that's awesome.
That makes you feel good when you see some of your buddies' friends,
that does.
kids make big plays and dads are just tickled. We'll have to give Greg a shout out. Oh, Greg Maynard, son LT with a nice pick off. That was one of the best picks we've seen all year.
Oh, that was nice.
Now see if he can get the ball back to him on offense to make a play.
Oh,
snap it.
Bad deal for the Raceland Rams. A little early jump there.
That was a pretty big play because Maynard looked like he was beat there and just one-handed wheeled it in.
That's it. Picked it out of the air.
Mason Staggs. Mason Staggs, we need you at the press box, please. Mason Staggs, come on up.
29-6 is the score. 7:59 to go in the game. Second down and 3 for the Senators. Second down and should be second down and 5, but maybe they're calling it 3. Here we go.
Oh!
LT Maynard's deep.
Gets. You know, he got rid of that pass just in time.
Pass intended for LT Maynard. Flag on the play.
Pass interference on the defense.
That's it.
That'll be 15 yards.
The initial call looks like pass interference.
I don't know if that ball was going to be caught or not, but the kid definitely took LT to the ground.
Yeah. Oh, he did.
It is going against the Rams. Pass interference. It's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
First down, Siders.
That's it. They move a little farther along.
The Ram 34-yard line.
Fullback up the middle. Nice gain of 5. Nice gain of 5 for number 34. That's Hunter Reed. Hunter Reed with a gain of 5, twisting and turning his way into the inside the 30.
Hunter Reed, the ball carrier.
If they cut it here to, even if they go for 2, they're still going to be down 15. Might be a little too late for the Siders, but they're showing some life as they're driving down inside Ram territory, almost in the red zone. Staggs looks, and dropped.
Oh, misses it.
Cody Staggs pass incomplete, intended for Maynard. Check that, that's Derek Carver, 6.
Well, we still got a little bit of time left here for the Siders to pull off something. But it's going to be a big 3rd down and 6 as the Siders come up to the line. 7 minutes exactly to go.
3rd down, we'll call
All right.
6.
Let's see what's going to happen.
Staggs in the shotgun. Looks. Got LT Maynard. He's going to throw it to him. LT has to adjust and make a defensive play.
Staggs pass incomplete.
Almost intercepted.
That was intended for LT Maynard.
That quarterback's taking some punishment.
Well,
he was limping before that play, and now he's limping a little more.
The defense's hands on their hips. The Siders got to go for it. 4th down and 6, Andy.
Ball's on the 30. 6:53 left to go in the game. There's the snap.
They're rolling him. That's a good block. Right. Nowhere to go.
Cody Staggs, the
That's
ball
it.
carrier.
It's going to be a turnover on downs. It's going to be the Rams' ball. Now he's limping.
Yep.
A lot of limping.
I tell you what, they're taking a beating tonight.
Logan Welk on the stop.
You know when a kid gets hurt and he starts to push his coach away.
The Rams take over on downs from the 30-yard line.
Pow.
Water bottle challenge. You got any scores?
No, I was looking on Facebook for scores, see if anybody had any, but nobody has them. just a bunch of pictures of people having days at the park and the zoo and their kids and all kinds of craziness.
Social media at its best.
It is. It is.
Okay, let's get this clock moving. 6:45 to go in the ball game, and I keep dropping my.
You'd have thought with all these great games in the area, somebody would be posting.
Well, I'd like to see a post on something, but unfortunately we don't have anything. But
everybody's at the line. There's the snap, handoff.
They're going to run the clock out here.
Atkins, the ball carrier.
Hey, I will say this: first game we've had in a while, it ain't been a running clock.
That's true. That's true.
Big Patty Weaver on the stop.
Their snaps are a little high over there in Raceland.
Atkins, the ball carrier.
First downs.
but they have no problems getting first downs.
And he's got a burst of speed. Where'd this kid come from?
I don't know.
He must.
Skaggs teaming up.
Judd Atkins is a sophomore running back, probably getting a little bit of cleanup time from number 33, Bailey Walker. Man, that's a nice mix of speed there. They haven't called his number, but he had a burst of speed with a little fresh legs.
Yep.
Nowhere to go. Dropped in the hole.
Stopped and brought back. Loss of about a yard or two.
Skaggs on the stop for the Senators. Once again, the Senators will be at Medford next week for an SOC2 showdown.
Second and 11. Raceland still in a shotgun, showing signs of throwing, but look out for the halfback draw. There it is.
Making it through, making it all the way up for the first down.
First down.
Tackled by Dalton Billiter and a host of Senators. First and 10 Rams from the 41-yard line.
Here comes the snap. Davidson's handoff again. Oh, met in the hole this time.
Yep. I tell you, they're still getting a couple yards out of it.
That was number 9, Nathaniel Bonzo.
You know, the
Chase Love. Chase Love.
The Senators are just being outplayed tonight. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, Raceland is a good team.
They're a good team.
Yeah.
You know, before we started, you said they're 3 in their division.
And the third in the division, yeah, third in the division.
That
5-0.
You got to expect it.
Right behind, Paintsville's number 1, Hazard is number 2, and then you got Raceland.
Huh.
So.
Well, we're seeing why. Right through his hands.
Through the wickets there.
Davidson's pass intended for a Webb, incomplete.
Second down 7, 3:53 to ball game left in the game. 29-6 is the score. Every time there's an incompletion, it's going to stop the clock for the Rams as they try to run this one out and go head on back to Kentucky with a victory.
I'm telling you.
3:53 to go, 29-6. He's back, looking. Fires it to the sideline, connects with Webb, and he's drugged down. Gives him a little bit of forward progress, but still short of the first. It's going to bring up 4th and 3.
You know, if Raceland would get down here and make a touchdown,
we got to
do the 2-point conversion.
Extra point even. Extra point even.
We'd have the running clock.
We do, but there's only 3 minutes to go, Chuck.
Brings up a 4th down now for the Rams.
I'm surprised of how many Senators have left the building.
Well, we got a timeout on the field by the Rams. So while they're taking a timeout, we're going to take a timeout, and we'll be back right after this.
This is my business.
I'm the owner and sole proprietor.
I only have one other employee, Chester.
It's a romantic notion. Be the boss, but you are alone.
Well, not technically alone.
I do have a lot of help, actually.
My UPS store.
I had this printed there.
Packing, shipping, help.
Outstanding.
Toasters.
I have a mailbox there.
Best thing, they're right down the street.
The owner's a friend.
I got the account.
My team.
Yes! Careful now.
Do it for the 7:30, please.
Enjoy the movie.
It's a lot cleaner. Yeah, they actually cycle movies faster here.
The bassoon look like a box of chocolates.
Have you seen a really big snake? I hate snakes.
None shall pass.
Wheelersburg Cinema, still bringing movies to life.
We're back. And we're bad.
Here at the Rock.
Smell what they're cooking?
I smell what they're cooking. Raceland is cooking it up tonight. 29-6. They have been relentless this evening. Not to discount the Senators.
4th down for the Rams. 4th and 3. Here it is. 3:15 to go. They got a wide open man, and he's
scrambling.
Picked off
and moving. And we have a flag on the play.
Hurd.
Did somebody throw a flag?
With the pick. The freshman.
Garrett Hurd steps in front of the
That's
pass.
awesome. Steps in and moves it.
And the Senators take over from there, 1st and 10.
I thought I saw a flag, but I guess not.
There is a flag on the play.
There is a flag on the play.
Chuck's got better eyes than me. Surely they're not going to hold a defensive holding or nothing. Oh!
Illegal block in the back against the Senators
Ah.
after the interception.
Oh, man. Yeah. Illegal block after the intersection. Interception.
3 minutes to go in the game. Been a little lackadaisical here in the second half as not a lot of scoring's been going on. The score was 22-6 at half. It's now 29-6. Only one touchdown here in the second half, and that's by the Raceland Rams.
You know, I do want to thank the West school system out here for having us out. And,
great setup.
Their hospitality, great food they gave us this evening. They're always kind to us when we're out here.
I think that they're going to run the ball here and just try to take this one into the locker room without any injuries or anybody else getting hurt.
That would be nice.
2:40 to go. The clock's just ticking. West to hand the ball off. We'll see what they're going to do here. Is if they run it again here, probably with the fullback, a little fullback draw out of the shotgun. Nope. They're going to throw
be
it.
A pass. And they're tired, you know?
Really proud of the Garrett Hurd kid, man. He's a freshman. He's small.
Outstanding as a freshman.
I mean, do you know the kid's only 5'6", 145 pounds?
Wow.
Probably one of the top tacklers tonight for the Siders.
Yep.
Had an interception and had a big kickoff tackle. Getting some time in as a freshman is huge.
It is.
Well, Garrett Hurd, I'm one of the fans here for you now. You've impressed me tonight, you little guy, and you did a great job, man. Keep your head high.
Drops back to pass.
Not anybody.
There it is. Caught and moving.
Cody Staggs pass complete.
Makes it all the way to about the 45, 47.
And Staggs took another shot.
I tell you. Way to move the ball.
Brandon Kaiser running him out of bounds that time.
2:11 to go. Clock stops as they move the chains. Now they wind the clock. 2:08, 2:07. Definitely 2:04 to go in the game.
Everybody's back to the line. There's the pass.
Man,
Staggs pass
through his hands.
Incomplete. Intended for McCoy.
McCoy's dropped a couple tonight. I don't know if he was at the Willersburg Cinema and had a popcorn before the game, but he's definitely got some butter on his fingers.
That's it. That is it. Something's happening.
I'll tell you. We got Portsmouth Cinema 8 as a sponsor, Portsmouth Public Library, Powell Insurance Agency, the Willersburg Cinema, and again, some of our great West Side supporters, R.W. Davis Funeral, All Seasons Heating. We got
Thompson's Petroleum.
Krispy Kreme, Burt Murphy Insurance.
Yep.
Incomplete pass into the middle.
Pass incomplete. Intended for Carver.
Sherman Cricker Insurance Agency. Mike Crabb for County Commissioner. We also have Jason Bentley.
Midland Insurance.
Right. Dr. Chris Schmidt.
Does a great job down there.
Yep. Kennel Lodge.
Kennel Lodge, if you need a place to take your pets, they'll keep them safe and happy.
Well, you know, one of the biggest ones that we got to mention is KDMC of Ohio.
KDMC is an outstanding sponsor of not only zone high school sports, but the zone normal programming.
Yeah.
You know, some of our other studio programs that we bring to you, like Positively Portsmouth and Sportsmouth, which is coming back off hiatus this week.
Yeah.
You know, with Jeff Bradley and Ashley.
Along with Arby's.
Jeff and Ashley.
Bennett Swamberger.
And we got another proud sponsor, definitely is our player of the game, brought to you by Toro Loco.
Yep.
The block of the game by Portsmouth Block. Real Estate Gallery.
That's it.
And, of course, McDonald's and Rosemount and Willersburg, proud sponsors.
Direct Connect Media.
Finders Keepers in Willersburg.
Mm-hmm.
Scotty's Satellites in New Boston, home of the Direct TV provider, #1 provider for Direct TV in the tri-state area.
Hooking you up with your NFL packages.
NFL Sunday Ticket, baby.
I tell you.
Hey, we're shooting for 200 new customers this month.
Really? That's a lofty goal.
Before I left today, we was at 160.
That's awesome.
So we're rooting for it to push through. The pass is complete to
Yeah.
Barry.
Completed.
Just short of the first down, though. Just
Nice
short of the first
completion.
down.
Barry with the reception.
I think it's going to be a turnover on downs, or no, it's going to be 4th down and 2. This is going to be 4th down. 4th down and 2. The Senators still showing fight. What could be their last offensive play of the game if they don't convert here would give the ball back to the Rams, and they would simply kneel on it to run the clock out, I do believe.
Yeah.
But a hats off to the Stags boy. I mean, he came in. Cody played well. I mean, he's been in. Oh, he's got a host of blockers.
Oh, brought
nice
down.
play.
Man.
Number 20. Will Hill with the tackle from the linebacker.
You know, we talk about the Zone Sports crew here, and we probably ought to mention a few other people. Tony Lavender, who has been our Zone Sports announcer since our inception.
He's in our thoughts and prayers.
He is out for football season, you know, but we're sure he'll be back. And then big thanks to Molly Burnside. You never see her, but she's behind the scenes at the Zone, doing sales and graphics and getting a lot of the prep ready for us to go out. Yeah, well, you know, a lot of the prep work that before we actually leave to go out to do a game. So big thanks to her. On camera tonight, we've got Justin Dixon and Danny Jones, who are doing a great job.
And you can't forget about our main man. I mean, he's
Tyson
waiting on
Trinidad.
you to say his name. Say it.
You know, then we've also got Andy Millay.
You know, Andy was waiting.
Andy's in his second season here with Zone Sports and
Andy
doing a
gets in the
fabulous
zone.
job.
He's awesome.
You know, and then honestly, Adam, you know, you stepped in here and just done a great job with us.
I try my best.
know,
It's something I like to do, and You know, I might say something wrong here or there, but I do it for the fun of the game and for the kids.
You know, that's we all do, but you know, I mean, you've been a big part of the zone season this year and doing great, and we appreciate it.
Well, it looks like it's going to wrap up the game here. As we got one more play, and it should do it. But it don't look like the Rams are going to take a knee. They're still in the shotgun.
I'll tell you. There we go. I'll tell you.
That should do it.
Raceland is just pushing it to the end.
Surely they're not going to try to run another play.
I don't know. I didn't think they'd try to run that one.
Check it, that was Whitmore on the
Looks to me like they're lining back up.
They're not trying to run a play.
Look
You're
at that.
kidding me.
And they do.
That is going to do it for your ball game.
You know, that was a great game. Great game.
29-6, our final score, Chuck.
You know, the Rams playing it to the end. You know, I mean,
I picked.
You picked
42-13. You picked 42-21.
Yep.
That gives Adam the victory.
Really? How's that give anybody a victory except for the Rams?
Next week we got this West Siders going to Memphis.
Yep.
Should be another good game.
I think it'll be a great game.
Let's take a break. We'll be back with our player of the game.
That's it.
At Desco, we believe loans to small businesses result in stronger communities. We believe the experience and ability to make local decisions awards you the home field advantage. We believe quick decisions and straightforward answers are what you need to get started. At Desco, we have terms to fit your business. Desco Federal Credit Union. We make business loans.
Go nuts for donuts at Krispy Kreme, across from Portsmouth High School.
I do it for the ladies.
I did it before I got married.
I do it year-round.
It's the only thing I take my hat off for.
I do it all month long for one low price.
We do it together.
Wheelersburg, Portsmouth, Huntington, Jackson. I do it wherever I go.
They all do it here. You won't have to wait for the sun to look fine. Come to the sun spot where the sun always shines.
Welcome to Kennel Lodge of Portsmouth. Kennel Lodge is a complete pet boarding facility that creates a family stay environment that includes luxurious style kennels, a huge outdoor play area, and the daily care your pets deserve. Leanne and Kevin Abner include a staff that truly understands everything that your pets need, from grooming, the HydroSurge bathing process, and of course, the element of love. Located at 7th and Market Street in Portsmouth, call 353-9804. The next time you need pet boarding and care, they make your pets feel like they're on vacation too.
Welcome back to West High School in Week 5 with the Zone. We have our player of the game, the Toro Loco player of the game is Nathaniel Davidson, number 2 from Raceland, the quarterback, 6-foot senior. Nathaniel, thanks for coming up. You're our player of the game.
You're welcome.
So, Nathaniel, you started the game off connecting with Webb a couple times, got the defense loosened up. You threw for 2 touchdowns. You also caught one on a little throwback trickery play.
Yeah.
Is that your first touchdown catch?
I caught one freshman year, but...
You played wide out then?
I played running back.
And then you caught a pass there?
Yeah.
So the quarterback was responsible for 3 touchdowns. He's our Toro Loco player of the game. Nathaniel has set some records at Raceland. He's a senior quarterback. Last week, you threw for over 400, had 7 touchdowns.
Yep.
Big season. The Rams go to 5-0. You also ranked in the region right now, making a push for playoffs.
Yeah.
Anybody out there you'd like to say thanks to, or anything you'd like to say about your performance?
I mean, it's all to my teammates. My offensive line blocks really well for me, and my receivers do it all. And I got great coaches like Coach Huff and Coach Samuels run the offense very, very well.
Well, I'll tell you, you did have a lot of time to throw. Your offensive line was really good, but your throws are very pinpoint, man. You got a great arm, live arm, one of the better arms we've seen in the area. We did 5 games this year, and right now I say you throw the ball better than anybody I've seen. So it's been a pleasure having you up here. I think you're a sought-after senior in Kentucky. Got some college visits lined up this weekend. You're going to Thomas More.
Yep.
It had some interest from the University of Pikeville. So there's colleges out there that's been watching you, and you've been making a name for yourself as one of the premier quarterbacks in our area. Anything you got coming up this season? Any games coming up that you'd like to talk about, or?
I mean, we just got to keep getting better every week. I mean, we've been training really hard since,
7-on-7 drills.
Oh, yeah, we've been training hard since Painesville beat us last year.
Right. And Painesville's number 1 in the region right now.
Yeah, in the state.
In the state. Hazard number 2. You know who number 3 is?
Us.
Raceland Rams.
Yeah.
So you got a little chip on your shoulder. You want another shot at Pikeville.
Oh, yeah.
Or Paintsville.
Yes.
Paintsville. So we're hoping that the Raceland Rams, an area team, can do just that. I do want to thank you for coming up, Nathaniel. You are our Toro Loco Player of the Game, and it's been a pleasure having you on TV. Tell all your friends and family to check us out on Time Warner. We're on over the air as well, and they can visit us online on thezone.com. But our player of the game, the Toro Loco Player of the Game, is Nathaniel Davidson. Also, Nathaniel, we want to let you know that our big block of the game is brought to us by Portsmouth Block, and that was your offensive lineman, number 63. 63. Who's number 63?
Isaac Wallace.
Isaac Wallace got the Portsmouth big block of the game. Is he one of your top linemen?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He's pretty good. All-state last year, wasn't he?
He was all area.
All area?
State, yeah.
All area. But he's a great lineman to have.
Yes, great lineman.
Upperclassman.
Yep.
Let him know he's our big block of the game.
All right, I will.
We also want to thank you, man, for coming up. And I'll tell you, watching you in the shotgun and watching you read the defense, did you change any of those plays at the line? Did you have the ability to change any of them to draws?
I do, but I trust what Coach Sammons does. I mean,
Coach Sammons is a high-energy man.
Oh, yes, he is. I mean, me and John Cherry, number 5, have a I don't know, we got really good chemistry, and we kind of, work together on that. Like, when we see open field, we run go routes and post routes without calls or anything. We got good chemistry with that.
What about Webb out there?
He's probably my favorite deep route thrower. I throw a lot of deep routes to him.
Right. Well, we do want to thank you for coming up, and it's been a pleasure having you, man. We like to do an interview with one of our area kids every game, and right now it's been a pleasure to have you up here as the player of the game.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming up. I do want to mention, guys, next week we're at Memphis against West and Memphis, but keep an eye on Nathaniel as he takes the Rams to go 5-0 this week, looking for their 6th win next week. Good luck for the rest of the year, Nathaniel.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. We'll be right back after word from our sponsors to wrap it up. It's been a pleasure coming to you from West, and that's the history. Week 5 is in the books.
Many people know that at the Battery Terminal in Ashland, Kentucky, we sell automotive, marine, and recreational vehicle batteries. But did you know we also sell
Power Wheels, motorcycle, and wheelchair batteries?
We also sell batteries for garage door openers, watches, cordless phones, and cell phones.
The Battery Terminal is a family-owned business located in Ashland, Kentucky. We've been in business for 28 years, and we are here to service your battery needs.
where the Senators
Oh.
took a handy beating, but they played the whole game.
They played the whole game.
You know, I mean, I got to give them credit. You know, they played the whole game. They gave it their best effort. I mean, a lot of them toward the end of the fourth quarter were limping and hobbling around a little bit, but they put their all into it. So good job to the West Siders. The Raceland Rams, I mean,
good team.
Good team. I mean, I see exactly why they're ranked number 3 in their division.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's a great thing. We're here with the last half of the game, which is the McDonald's wrap-up. And with that, it's brought to you by McDonald's of Portsmouth, Rosemount, and Wheelersburg. And we want to thank them for everything they do here for Zone Sports and for the youth in the area.
Now, we do have a big week coming up next week, Chuck.
We do. We
got these same Siders going to an SOC rival, Minford.
Yep.
Should be a very good game.
Well, that's the thing. After week 5, we're going to start seeing all the SOC games. I mean, the last half of the season is probably the most important.
Yep. And, again, big thanks to some of our sponsors, WIOI, Krispy Kreme Donuts.
Yep. Love the
Bert
Krispy Kreme.
Murphin.
By the way, Krispy Kreme is putting out pumpkin donuts now. So get down there and get some pumpkin donuts.
Right.
Tell Randall and Hyla we sent you, you know.
And just some of the sponsors again. Thank you again for bringing this to the Zone and making it possible for the kids to be on TV. And, again, support your local merchants.
Yep.
Get out there and support the people inside the county that make this possible.
Yep.
And even
tell them you see it. Tell them you see their ad. You hear us talking about them, and tell them thank you for bringing this to the area.
They're the ones that make it possible.
That's it.
Again, from West, final score 29-6.
29-6.
Raceland Rams victorious, moved to 5-0 on the season.
That's it. I'm Chuck Jones.
I'm Adam Cox.
And we're out of here.
We're out.